But I hate buying shit off of Amazon because Jeff Bezos is such a prick.
I know. I am too. Yeah, I still continue to.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'm
just
a
like
lousy activist.
It's just like the story Brother Kyle was saying about his cousin that's gay, but will still go in and house of Chick-fil-A sandwich because it's just a good sandwich.
I support all of my LGBTQ plus friends, all of them,
except when I'm at the Chick-fil-A.
But that's a good chicken sandwich.
Yeah, right. Imagine like a Nazi brick oven pizza joint, and
wow,
and Jewish people are. Jewish people are just lining up. I don't know why Jewish people would be so into having all that pizza, but it's just what?
Oh my god!
A Nazi brick oven place? Come on, like holy shit! Wow!
I'm just saying.
Holy fuck!
Jesus!
Episode 150. It was the final straw for the FCC.
That's not it, man. Shit.
Down and down. Ow!
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian. Oh, look at Baby Yoda, so cute. Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced me. Ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them.
And Jed Vargo.
He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And not dressed up as a Nazi either.
So sit back.
Mike, are you... Listen to me.
Relax.
Say, transform and roll out.
And enjoy the show.
So, this is the 150th episode of the Blackout and Shout show. I think Levy should host since it's a monumental occasion.
Agreed.
Okay.
Come on, Levy. 150. This is 150. It's time to bring the energy, Levy.
Yeah, okay.
It's time to start the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to make things happen on the Black and Shout show tonight. Dun, dun, dun. All right, Levy. Episode 150. The very special 150th episode. What do you have prepared for us this evening?
I ain't got shit prepared, dude.
With the most.
Nah, I ain't got shit prepared. Welcome to episode 150, folks. It's Blackout and Shout show. I'm Levy. You all know who I am. So next to me, sort of, is Mike Kincaid.
Good energy.
How you doing, Mike?
Man,
I told you, dude. I'm fucking exhausted, man.
He is bringing it tonight.
Yeah. All right. Woohoo! Mike Kincaid, everybody.
Yes. Hi.
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm good.
Well, you can't say that yet. I didn't introduce you yet.
I was just gonna say I'm answering for the audience. We're good.
Oh okay. Yeah. And next up is Jed Vargo.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing tonight, Jed?
I'm good. We're good.
Good.
Yep. The live studio audience is great.
All right, moving on.
How are you?
I'm okay. I had a long day. So.
Well, you had a nap though, so you should be spry.
He sounds like he's still taking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call it a nap. I dozed off on the couch. So
what would you call it then?
Not exactly a restful sleep.
Well, that's a nap, right?
Call it what you will.
A nap?
I suppose.
Okay.
You want to call it that?
Yes.
So I'm going to be subsisting on copious amounts of coffee tonight. So, but yeah, no, I'm good. Everything's good.
Take it away. 150.
Yeah.
Chris Bishop said to us, hey, congratulations on 600 hours of content.
Wow.
It's not too far away.
I would not doubt it.
Mike, Halls, shout outs, plugs. What you got?
Shout out to the fighting shitbirds. Got to the final game of a championship series. Unfortunately, didn't pull out the victory, but we got there, and the season's over. So, but it was a fun season, more or less.
Cool. Something else momentous happened in that game, didn't it?
Yeah. I broke my hand. 2 innings from the finish line.
Battle of Stars.
Yeah. So now we lost, and I have a broken hand. So, but yeah, it was 2 fucking innings from the finish line. Crazy.
But you bathed in the blood of your enemies.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not exactly how softball works, but you know, but had we like, if we would have won the game and I would have went home and had a dream about how it went down, we would have been bathing in the blood of our enemies for sure.
You crushed your enemies, saw them driven before you, and something about the lamentation of the women. I don't know. I can't remember right now.
There was a video. Did you guys ever see any of the Lenny Dykstra videos?
I don't know who that is.
Lenny Dykstra, he was on the Mets, and then he was on the Mets championship team in '86, and then he was on.
That would explain why I don't know who he is.
He was on the Phillies for a while.
I thought you were talking about comedian at first. I'm like, oh, okay, now.
Well, he may as well be a comedian, but yeah, he also played for the Phillies for a bunch of years, and he's all fucking nuts now. But when the Phillies were looking for a new coach, he was trying to get interviewed, and he put this video up of him like talking about his like coaching methods and this and that, and he's going on about, putting effort in and this and that and the other thing. And then he gets to the end and he's like, if I'm coaching, when we go play teams in other cities, we're going to go take over their stadium. We're going to beat their ass and we're going to fuck their women and we're going to make them like it. Yeah, I was disappointed that he didn't get the job, honestly. Like, he would have been hired. That 45-second video would have been enough for me.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get when Conan the Barbarian is your life coach.
Right. Yeah, so I have a couple weeks off from all band activities, I guess, which kind of sucks.
Are they getting someone to replace you, or?
Social Call plays as a 3-piece. Sometimes they do like Social Call Light, they call it, and it's just them 3 guys, and they play basically like acoustic stuff, like low key stuff. So I got no doubt that they could cover it without me. I told them I would come to the shows and at least like sing lead on the shit that I sang lead on, But yeah, I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to get by for it's not going to be that long. We'll probably have to miss a couple shows. So it's just, but the pain's definitely kicking in, man. Whatever little bit of adrenaline I had left in me that was keeping it from hurting the first day or so has long gone away. And I'm kind of beat, to be honest with you. I was in the emergency room until 3:00 in the morning 2 nights ago. And then last night, Brother Kyle came over and was helping him with this photography project and shit. So I was up pretty late last night, so I'm kind of whooped myself. But other than that, everything's going pretty good. Halls, I got the hell did I get? I got that Halonix Maximus finally from Like Toys.
And
so if I was judging it just as like a mass release type thing, I'd be a little bit harder on it because of some of the issues that it has. But being that it was like a 3D print that somebody did, it's a little easier to forgive some of that stuff. But Levy, I actually hit up this dude, Lionel, about a couple of the issues, and he helped me actually fix some of them. Okay. The shoulders, I guess I didn't really mess with the shoulders, but the shoulder ratchets were so tight, I was like scared. I was scared to move them. Yeah. And he actually just told me to, pop the thing apart and just spray a little bit of like WD-40 on the gear itself. And I put it back in, and now it's perfect. Like it's, it it's tight enough that it holds and shit like that, but it's not so tight that you're like scared to move it or whatever. So there's that, and the waist, the ab crunch is a little on the loose side, so I'm kind of giving that the floor polish treatment at the moment. So hopefully that'll kind of cure that. And the other thing, and I would definitely advise, like, and I would put this in the review, like the other stuff was kind of, this copy might be good and that copy might not be. It might be like just, your copy that has an issue with it. But this one in particular is something I would change about the design altogether. Like, it definitely needs outward ratchets. I don't think you can make a robot that big and not have outward ratchets on the hips, because the feet are so smooth that once you get out past a certain point, like, it just does not want to not do the split. You know what I mean? But I put those, I got some of that shit, those pads that you put on the bottom of the feet, and now it's fine, but it's still, I would definitely still think about, putting ratchets and stuff that large moving into the future. But outside of that, man, it's pretty damn impressive. Like, I was really like taken aback by how nice it was, honestly. A lot of the sculpt work and everything, and just the way it was put together and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Like, and it was expensive, but it's just one of those things that you're just probably not ever going to see. You wouldn't think. So I had to have it. And I got Lady J in the mail today, the classic one. Trying to think if I got anything else. What's today's date? Today is July 29th.
Yep.
No, then I did not get anything. I just got the Holonics and I got the Lady J. Got a stash on the way. My birthday stash is on the way. Another shout out. Speaking of birthday, shout out. I don't think I said anything on the last show, but it was Vanessa's birthday. A couple of days ago, actually a week ago on the 22nd. So
happy birthday, Vanessa.
Yeah. She was really worked up about this whole 40 thing. Seriously. And
my wife's turning 40
not just like,
too.
Yeah. But like when was your wife's 39th? But when is your wife's birthday?
In November.
Oh, so it's So last November, did the panicking start like right after she turned 39? Because that's when it started for Vanessa. It was like July 23rd of last year was like, oh my God, I'm going to be 40 in a year.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really help that every time she mentions something, I say, well, it's because you're getting old.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my leg hurts. I'm like, well, that's because you're getting old.
You should write a book, Jed, like a
how to gaslight women. It'd be a big seller. I think
it would be like a lot of people would appreciate that as the title. Like, well, that is an honest motherfucker right there. Like, you don't even try to hide it.
The cover should just be like, of the book, you say how to gaslight women in 10 ways or less, or something like that. How to gaslight women 12 months of the year, and then like have like a picture of the window with my feet propped up while she's mowing, and then a split screen with my feet propped up and she's shoveling.
I will tell you. I'll tell you something.
I have to have like the back cover picture of myself, like sitting in a chair near a fireplace with a pipe.
With one of those little, those little hats, like the one that Ren and Stimpy Ren would wear when he was reading and shit.
Yep.
It's fucking
quiet.
Yeah, it's like the setting of like Masterpiece Theater, and it's Jed and his old ladies out there cut. And he's inside with the cold drink. Like some of the shit I think you like when you tell me like it's ridiculous even for it's ridiculous, like when you said you got her to fucking weed whacker for her birthday or some shit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But then you put her on and she was psyched about it. So
yeah,
like
it's gaslighting.
Yeah,
she's convinced that it's great.
What is that thing that you get when you're like you get kidnapped, but then you're like with your kidnapper for long enough that you start to associate? What is it called?
Syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
How long have you been married, Jed?
12 years. No, 13. I started 13.
And when would you say that your wife started showing signs of having that particular
Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
2 weeks after we started dating.
She came on the second date, and Jed, he was like Sergeant Slaughter, like started the training right out of the gate.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's not for me, but it's fantastic when it's somebody else. So yeah, we went to the lake, and then we went to Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe, I got a parking ticket in Jim Thorpe, and you're gonna laugh at this. So they give you the little envelope or whatever to put your check in or whatever. So I typed like a 5-second or a 5-sentence paragraph telling them that I ain't paying the shit, and at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna pay it, but I just like. It pissed me off so bad. You ever been to Jim Thorpe?
Oh yeah.
So the way the parking is had me so fucked up. Like we're driving through, and I would say maybe like, it was random. It was like, every 9 cars, every 7 cars, or 7 parking spots, I should say. There's a sign that says no parking or permit parking only, right? But you know how in Allentown, if there's a no parking sign, it's for that spot. But if there's no parking sign and it's got arrows going one way or the other, that means there's no parking on that whole side. Well, all these signs just says permit parking only, and they're at all these random spots. Like, so I was just assuming that those were the spots that were like reserved or some shit, and there was an empty spot, and there's nothing anywhere near the spot saying it's a fucking illegal spot. So I parked there. They couldn't
afford enough signs for each spot.
Yeah, or they couldn't afford enough vinyl to throw an arrow at the bottom. So I told them that. I'm like, listen, man, I saw them signs, but I didn't see them signs in front of the spot I was parked in front of. I'm like, your signs are stupid and they're confusing, and I'm not paying this ticket. And if they send me another thing saying that, that's not a good enough excuse, I got to pay the ticket, I want to fight it. And I'll just set the date up to waste people's time. So somebody's got to show up so they could argue with me, and then I'll just not show up, and then I'll send them their fucking $50 fucking dollars and shit. Fucking assholes, man.
Plead insanity.
Why don't I should get somebody like who would be funny to bring as my lawyer, like, but that's not actually a lawyer, just a dude.
Chris Bishop. He'd be the greatest lawyer ever.
Yeah, he would be. The fine would, you know what? They would double my fine, but it would be worth it. It would be worth it. And I have to pay him, and then I have to pay double the fine. That's a good pick. That would have been the one of my questions for Q&A, the best lawyer.
You could also wrote like on the piece of paper and put in that envelope, you could put like no habla inglés and just give it to him.
Yeah, I'm clearly white as fuck. Yeah, right. Yeah, man. I don't know.
So, was that sign written in Spanish as well as English?
No, it was not written. It was only written in English. See,
there's their technicality. So you only read things in Spanish.
My name is Miguel Quincado. But
I should say it as mi nombre.
Yeah.
It's Miguel Quincado.
Me amo.
No, I would just be like, my name is Miguel Quincado. I would say it's super white. Yeah,
it's like all these little towns have the stupidest freaking like little like stipulations, things like that, like parking or whatever. Like I always get pissed off with at Palmerton because they're like, oh, well, you can only put so many bags of garbage out, right?
Yeah.
And what does that mean? Does that mean like a little bag, or does that mean like a big, huge, giant lawn and garden hefty bag? And does it matter what's in it? What if it's all crushed paper, or if it's all sand? Does it really matter the number at that point? Right?
Yeah. Right.
So the one time I put out 15 garbage bags or whatever, something like that, and I think the limit's 3, and they left like 3 of them or 4 of them. And they didn't take them with. I just left them there till the next week, right? I didn't fucking bring them. They sat there all week, and because I don't live there. And I was like, what? At what point did they stop? Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't okay. Was it? Well, it didn't go 1, 2, 3. They just went fuck it. You know, they didn't count.
If I was them, Jed, I would have left if I was going to leave 3 out of 15, I would have left the 2 on either end and 1 in the middle.
Yeah. Right? Or at least dumped it out on the back or I don't know. But yeah, it's just hilarious how but Jim Thorpe sucks because all that whitewater rafting parking, and then there's all those dumbass tourists that think it's like the gateway to the Poconos or some bullshit or some shit like that. And then they have that whole hill there and everything. Oh, that reminds me. I actually got banned for life from that one bar there.
What's
Molly?
Well, Molly's Irish Pub. How did you get banned from anywhere in Jim Thorpe?
We were out drinking.
Yeah.
We were out drinking there and we were talking about something and I was like, yeah, that's right. And I hit my glass down on the bar and they had a glass top on the bar.
Oh,
and I cracked the whole glass all the way up the length of the bar. They're like, you're out. Don't ever come back. You're banned for life. I'm like, oh, sorry.
That'll do it.
Yeah. I like hit my glass down with act like I broke the fucking neutral zone or some shit or whatever. Anyway,
I actually got out of a parking ticket in Philly this exact same way, but it was a different situation. We were on South Street. We went to South Street the one time and I parked, and so they don't have meters at all the spots down there anymore. They have like one big meter box. And I think it's like this in Allentown, at least on Hamilton Street anyways, where it's a section and that box is for like one section of parking. So I got out of the car and it was a box right fucking next to where I had the fucking Jeep parked. So I paid at that spot and I put the thing in the car and went about my way, and we came back and there was a ticket, and I went up to there was a meter maid right out there, and I went up to her, and to be fair, she was cool, but she wasn't the one that wrote me the ticket. And she said, fight it. You'd probably be able to win. But I showed her my receipt. So I sent my thing back there and I sent the receipt, but I was a lot nicer. I was like, listen, it was a misunderstanding. I just paid at the wrong place, and they sent me a thing back saying that they would, they'll cancel it. But Jim Thorpe, I know I'm going to have to pay that one because I was a dick. I didn't curse or anything like that, but I was like, I was very firm. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking, should I write, keeping it real goes horribly wrong. I had the choice between, I really think that I shouldn't have to pay this, or I'm not paying this. And of course I went with the latter. So whatever, they can eventually get my $50, but it's going to be a while. It's $50.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'll never go there again.
What was Sean telling me the one time? He was saying that like one of the first few years of Music Fest, there was like, you couldn't find any parking because, the parking blows. And then you'd have to like go park someplace and pay and then take a shuttle or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 40 or something like that per person. So he just parked in front of a fire hydrant. And they're like, how much is the fine for parking in front of a fire hydrant? And it's like $20. So you got a cheaper fine.
By parking in front of the
music
hydrant.
Yeah. Paying for the Music Fest stuff.
he would have it's a fine strategy, but he would have felt like a real dickhead if the building right where he was parked was on fire.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact in front of a fire hydrant, the firemen can 100% smash through your car to get to that fire hydrant if they need to.
Yep. Yeah. So
parking ticket.
Happy birthday, Vanessa. So that trip, that little fucking day trip was costly, more costly than it had to be, but it was a good time. It was still a good time. Oh, and then, so we went there on Friday, and then Saturday we gave her the Stormtrooper helmet, which has been fun around here. And then Sunday we went to a nude beach.
Boy.
Yeah. That looked exactly like you think it looked.
Not Rio de Janeiro, huh?
Nah. The percentages were heavily shifted towards people I'd rather not see naked, but and we're walking up. She's like, you gonna get naked? And I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'll just I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist, but not that much. I'm good.
I'm just here for the show.
I'm just here for I'm here for the show. Yeah. It was like Hellraiser, like we have such sights to show you. And one last bit of haul. So my birthday's coming up in a couple days, and Vanessa already gave me my gift, which is cool, and she got me a new cell phone gimbal, kind of a newer model, because my old one, that company must have went out of business or some shit, because the app doesn't there's no like updates to the app in like 6 years, and the new iPhone doesn't jive with it, so I ended up getting rid of that one. She got me a new one, so yeah, so that's cool. So I'm looking forward to fucking around with that. So yeah, that's all I got for the time being.
Awesome.
Who's up? Where the hell's the host at?
Jed.
Hey, that's me.
Shout outs, hauls, plugs.
Shout out to Levy for hosting the show this evening. He didn't have to, but he volunteered.
Oh, I didn't have to? Now you tell me.
Well, I mean, 100 years from when the aliens or what other extra dimensional beings are listening to the show, they're like, hey, there's Levy, he's 150. Good for him. It's a monument, and they're all celebrating they have statues built in your honor and all that stuff.
I don't know. I have a hard time believing that.
Let's see. Fuck you, John Bailey. Fucking anyway. Shout out to Gary for posing as the model for the new Dungeons and Dragons shirt that Mike will be having available soon on his website, since I've already seen maybe 2 or 3 requests for purchases.
Nice.
From who?
Gary's friend Sam, and there was another one somewhere. I think Josh wanted one too.
Probably
listen,
Kyle wants one too.
So
Kyle wants one. The creator probably wanted one too.
tell whoever that is to actually like get in touch with me, because I'm in the process of revamping the site and going to a different platform. So I'm like not updating it just so I could take it all down and then update it again. So I'm actually, I have a couple things like in the queue to go up, but I'm gonna like put them up on the new site or whatever. So for the time being, just if you hear about anybody that wants anything, just tell them to hit me up, get in touch with me, and I will gladly help them out.
I will. So let's see. I actually took down my site that I had on AWS, and I redirected it to Etsy, since I was getting a lot more traffic through Etsy and stuff like that. And I was just tired of supporting, anti software that I had to throw. Man, that sucked. That was just like every other day creating hack accounts to, log in and do shit. And I mean, they didn't actually hack anything. They were just like a lot of DDoS and people from all over the place just, spamming the shit out of it. So I feel like, fuck it. So I kept the domains and everything. I just have them redirecting to Etsy for right now. So you can still go .net and hiddentoysonline.com, but it'll forward you automatically to the Etsy site. Let's see. Shout out to, speaking of Hidden Toys, what the hell I was going to say? Oh, I got this really good review today from this guy, Robert. Yeah, he bought the Optimus Prime prints, the one where you stand in front of the shuttle from the movie and stuff. And he had a lot of kind words. So that's awesome. Thanks, man. And a sale through IG, and I never realized this, but any sales through IG and Facebook Facebook waive the seller's fees until the end of the year for all the shops. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know that. That's cool. So yeah, shout out to our sponsor, Hidden Toys. Let's see. I got the Play Arts Kai Final Fantasy VII Remake Jessie and her bike. And I got one for myself and one for Kyle. And I got in the mail. They're like big boxes, kind of like, the Fenrir, cloud box type of thing. And I opened my box up, and the freaking the bike's kind of like a dirt bike. Looks like that, like a green dirt bike. But the handlebar was broken. it was like snapped. I was like, oh man. So I said to Kyle, I'm like, hey, you want me to open? I was gonna say I open up. I said, Kyle, you want me to open up yours and see if yours is the same way? Because I didn't touch it. It was just broken. It was just hanging there. So I checked and that one was okay. So yeah, so his came broken. Mine was okay.
You know, he listens to the show. He is occasionally on it.
No, he does not. He told us he doesn't last time. He said he's behind a ton of episodes.
Oh,
just many spoilers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he'll hear it. He'll hear this shit like 3 years from now.
So cool thing is though that I never returned anything to Amazon Japan where I got it from.
Mm-hmm.
They were like free shipping. We're gonna send you out a new one. Just set it up to send back through DHL. So I was like, oh, all right. And I'm thinking, should I go through all that? Because there's a clause like that says that if they think it's not their fault that the thing's broken, then you have to pay for that shipping. And I was debating on it for like a day, and then I got this email saying that you're here on Tuesday. And I'm like, this one's going to be here already. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right. So they're not even waiting for me to return it. They just sent out a brand new one. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Amazon Japan for being cool like that. I got Iron Man. I forget what fucking mark it is, but it's the Star Boost armor from Iron Man 3.
Yeah,
it's the space one. It's like white and black and stuff, and then gold. Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. Had that out of the box. But that's all I really got. That was my haul, my shout outs, my plugs, and I think that's it. How about you, Levy?
I got the Mafex Infinity War Doctor Strange, the Mafex Batman Animated Series Joker, or new Batman Adventures Joker, and the Mafex Nightfall Batman. So that's it.
Word.
Awesome.
So yeah. By the way, Mike, I'm probably going to try and stop down on Sunday maybe to drop off a couple of those Nightfall Batman figures for Lewis and Brother Kyle.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Okay. So
excellent. I'll stop by and drop off Brother Kyle's Broken Play Arts kite figure too.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there all day, or are you going to be gone like in the morning or afternoon? Mm-hmm.
I should be here pretty much all day. If anything, I might run out to my pops for a minute, but I mean, if I'm there and you tell me you're on the way, I can come home.
Oh, did you give him?
I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, I gave him. No, it was just the Eagles glass.
Oh, okay.
Brother Kyle got the Flyers one.
Did you give him the little Coke glass?
No, the little one. That one I was going to give to Mom because that one reminded me of the club that we went to.
Okay. Cool.
I thought she would want that one.
Cool.
Yep.
Did he get a kick out of it, or he's like, whatever?
You met my pops before, right?
Yeah, I met him.
So it's kind of hard to see really when he gets like excited. The average person doesn't know when he's excited about something, but I did see the corner of his lip curl up a little bit, which was.
I was gonna say if he didn't scowl, then
he was happy. Yeah. If he didn't go, no, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? Like he didn't say that, so that means that he liked it.
Cool. Okay.
So nerd news.
Yeah, man. Way to keep the episode rolling there, Levy. Good energy.
Hey. Yeah. Now nerd news.
Hey, there he is. All right.
There.
Levy's here, everybody. Yeah. Levy can't yet. Yeah. Showed up to the episode 1.
You happy now?
I am. We're gonna have some special guest stars tonight too.
Shit.
Yep, Gary Chalk's gonna be joining us.
Yeah.
The whole cast of the Beast Wars episode.
Well,
to celebrate the 150th episode of the #1 Beast Wars podcast.
We are the the #1 Beast Wars podcast. I mean, it's only rightfully so that's how it should go down.
And if we say his name 3 times, Peter Cullen might appear.
Yeah. Where's the Coke? So we're having cocaine for the 150th episode tonight, Pete.
No, he's not gonna.
Wasn't yesterday his birthday?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
happy
yesterday was-
birthday, Pete.
Well,
Yeah.
ain't it only appropriate that the greatest robot of all time is a Leo? I'm just saying.
They also announced, I guess some of the cast list, or maybe I don't know, of this new Transformers animated series called Earthspark. And
I saw that.
did you see who is voicing Optimus Prime?
I did, which was a really odd choice, in my opinion.
But he is a very talented voice actor. So, but Alan Tudyk is playing Optimus Prime. Good old Hoban Washburn.
That's an odd choice.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I like work.
Mhm.
Just don't see him as an Optimus Prime voice actor.
Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Some people juggle geese.
He doesn't have the stoic resonance I think of like a Autobot leader would have. But that's just me. I'm being a G1 extremist at this point, I guess, and not being open-minded.
Right.
All right, so let's start. Who should we start with? Let's start with this one. Diane Hegarty was 80 years old. She was an American Satanist and the co-founder of the Church of Satan.
I like this already.
Yep.
She passed away. It doesn't say from what, though. But yes. Co-founder of the Church of Satan. No. No, that's actually a big thing when they were doing that whole, what's the way they call that? Witch hunt on like Satanists and stuff like that, where the whole occult thing was being blamed for like lots of murders and everything like that. So
Satanic Panic.
Yeah, that's it. So the Christian church like targeted like, any other religions besides themselves and did like a witch hunt.
And the occasional board game.
Yeah, and the occasional board. Poor Gary Gygax. I'm sure and Twisted Sister was Judas Priest was blamed for the backwards messages, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah. But
probably a lot of metal bands.
Was it D. Snyder that did that speech, or was it Ron Halford that did that speech? That
D. Snyder.
D. Snyder, he testified to Congress.
Right. Said you're a bunch of fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are. But right. So
no lies detected.
So she passed away. Let's see. May she rest in hell, I guess. I guess that's how it works. When Satan's die.
Yep.
Right.
R.I.H.
Because if it doesn't really matter if you're good or bad, you still go in the same place.
Right.
Let's see. Paul Sorvino died. He was 83 years old. He was an American actor. He's known for Goodfellas and Law and Order and a bunch of other stuff. Father to
it's Goodfellas.
Sorry,
make sure you have the A in there.
Thank you for correcting me.
What did he say? Goodfellas? Did you put a hard R on the end of that, Jed?
I think I said Goodfellows. I said Goodfellow. Like
put a hard W in there.
A hard
like Longfellow. I was thinking of the Longfellow. That was, the text that I was reading. Anyway, Paul Sorvino was the father of Mia Sorvino, who's probably the hottest chick in 90s movies ever.
Dude, she was pretty good looking, man.
John had a thing for her, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it bad for her, if I remember correctly.
I read about like what happened to her, which was interesting because I didn't know. But like after she like won her Academy Award in '96 for whatever movie that was, she got Harvey Weinstein like was saying like, hey, you gotta like blow me and like do stuff, or you're not gonna get any more
Imagine that.
And she was like, no. She's like, go fuck yourself.
For her.
So they blacklisted her. Yeah, and that's why she wasn't really in that many films after that.
Such a fucking scumbag. Like just about everybody in Hollywood's fucking scumbags. Like,
but I read like Paul Sorvino was like, they're like asked him like a few years ago, like, what do you think? He's like, well, he's gonna go to jail, and if he doesn't, he's like, I'll just find him. I'll fucking kill that motherfucker.
Good for him too.
I was like, oh shit. So did you know that he actually lived from time to time outside of Scranton and near Gilbert and stuff like that?
No,
unaware.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, did you know that he had lived? And I'm like, well, that's kind of what we're talking about here, right?
No, like, in like the area, he actually had like a summer home, like in the Poconos.
Did you know that this guy that just died had lived?
Yeah. So, on to the next person. David Warner was 80 years old. English actor. He's best known for the Titanic. He was Sark in Tron.
Mm-hmm. Gold Madrid.
Whole bunch of other
Star Trek.
Whole bunch of other movies. He won an Emmy in 1981. But yeah, he had complications from lung cancer.
Yeah. He was the Cardassian commander that tried to convince Captain Picard that there were 5 lights.
Yes, I forgot about that part. That's right. You're right.
He actually played several other roles in Star Trek also. He played a Klingon, a couple other roles too. Oh no, not just a Klingon. He played a Chancellor, the Chancellor in Star Trek 6: The Undiscovered Country.
Right. That's right. You're right. Yeah. Good actor. I always remember him as Sark from Tron.
He also provided the voice for Ra's al Ghul in Batman the Animated Series.
Nice. You know this actor.
Oh, he's got a very distinctive voice. So I can always pick out his voice. I can always pick out his voice work because his voice is very distinguishable.
Jared Barclay died. He was 91 years old. He was an American actor. And then in the 80s, he did voice acting. He did a bunch of characters right around maybe the end of season 2, beginning of season 3 of Transformers. And he did some backup vocals. He did like some additional voices for Smurfs and Pole Position, a couple of 80s cartoons back then. He did the voice of Cerebros and Dr. Gregory Swafford. Is that his name? Swafford from remember that from the I think it was a Return of Optimus Prime and Cinder Twin. Those are the characters he voiced.
How old?
Wasn't Dr. Gregory Swafford? He was 91. He died of leukemia. That was the dude that hated Autobots, right? That unleashed the hate plague.
What was his name again? The doctor's name?
Dr. Gregory Swafford?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And you remember Cerebros from the Headmasters.
Right. Fortress Maximus's head.
3-parter, I think it was.
Yep.
Let's see. Apologize. And last but not least, Alan Grant died. He was 73 years old, Scottish comic book writer, well known for all the Judge Dredd comics he wrote. He also revived Lobo back in the 90s and make him the popular character that he is, which is funny because they actually wrote Lobo as a satirical character in the same vein as Punisher, Wolverine type of thing that was going on in the 90s for brutal, dark type of thing. So they were doing that as a joke, and then it took off, and he wrote it. Yeah, he caught on. He's like, he's just shaking his head. I don't know, but okay, whatever. So he also wrote the Shadow of the Bat books for DC, and he invented a bunch of characters from that arc, the Dr. Arkham and the hell is that guy's name? Some of the Ziza. How you pronounce that, Levy?
What's that?
The Batman bad guy with the Z.
Mr. Zaz.
Zaz, that's it. Oh, I heard you talking about time loop thing, Levy.
Oh yeah, no, I just mentioned that David Warner also voiced the Archmage from Gargoyles.
Oh, okay.
And he was in a little time loop where he was where he stole the Grimorum Arcanorum and went back in time and gave it to his younger self. It was the Grimorum and the Phoenix Gate or whatever it was called.
I never watched Gargoyles. I don't know.
Okay, Kyle knows what I'm talking about.
Does Mike know what you're talking about?
I don't remember hardly anything about that cartoon outside of the basic gist of it. I don't remember specific episodes and shit.
Okay. I was the whole time thing made me think of this one thing that happened in the Orville, and I just thought it was really fucked up, right? So real quick, like the gist of it is that they were having like this experiment or whatever, and the one engineer dude got knocked back in time, right?
Mhm.
And he wound up like in 20th century Earth, and like they had this whole thing and don't interfere with time, and stay out of the limelight and stuff like that. And they like did the whole time jump thing, but they were off on their estimation, and they got there 10 years too late. And he was like waiting for him. He was like, fuck it. He was like, I'm just tired of living in the woods, eating animals and shit like that. He had like this family, got married. He had his wife was pregnant and shit like that. And they're like, yo man, we're here. We're gonna take you back. He's like, I'm not going back. He's like, I got family and everything. He's like, you can just either implications with the timeline and stuff if you know better, blah blah blah. And he's like, I'm not going. He's
already had 2 children.
Yeah, he's a kid. They don't care. They're like, you got to come with. You have to abandon your family. He's like, not doing it. So he's like, and if you call, I'll shoot you or whatever. So they like brought like the tough chick that was going to basically muscle him, out of there because she was like, stronger than everybody else. And he had the phaser on him and stuff. And then the captain, which is Seth MacFarlane, he got this message that basically said, oh, we got the device working again, and we have enough fuel for like 2 trips and stuff. So instead of like, this is the fucked up part, right? So he looks at him and he goes, all right. He's like, that's fine. He's like, we'll just let you here, right? And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, I'm glad you seriously. He's like, we'll just go back in time and get you before any of this happens. No, he's like, don't do that. You'll erase my family. You'll erase my children. He's like, we have to do it. And I was like, man, that's cold. And he's like, they're screaming at him as they're walking away. He's like, don't do it. Don't do it, Captain. I was like, oh, and they went back and they fucking got him too.
I wonder if that was maybe an homage to the Tuvix episode of Voyager.
I don't know,
which had a similar moral dilemma. Well, not similar, but like a moral dilemma of similar stakes, I think.
Right. And because they're like, well, we'll just jump back a month after you're here and we'll get you. And they come in there and they're like, yeah, like wait till you tell you what happened. And he's like, how do I do that? He's like, why would I do that? I would do something like that. And they're like, well, you did. He's like, but yeah, he's basically his family and shit. I'm like, damn. Time travel.
But he has no memory of it. So I mean, I don't know if that's really and they were never meant to be. So I don't know if I really feel too bad about that. Now Tuvix, on the other hand, Janeway's a murderer. She is a straight up fucking murderer and violated every tenet of Starfleet that she swore to uphold.
So Mike doesn't know the story about that. It's because and correct me if I'm wrong, Levy, but it was like where there was 2 people, they got merged because of a transporter accident, right?
Yes.
And then it became one new person.
Yeah, they stole that shit straight from Ratchet and Megatron.
Probably.
Well, no, because they didn't become a unique person.
Right.
No, this was a completely new, unique person with his own personality and wants and desires.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And he wanted to live, but Janeway wanted her security officer and her chief of security and her morale officer back. So they were basically hunting him down on the ship because he tried to run. So she sicked security on him, dragged him kicking and screaming back to the transporter and killed him. And then in so doing, brought the other 2 characters back. And so now there's a huge internet debate over whether or not she's a murderer or what she did was right. That rages to this very day because I was just reading one. I was just reading one like yesterday, like a whole thread of people arguing whether or not she did the right thing.
But nobody talks about fucking Riker's twin that went off and did his own thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he made his choices. It's not like they said, well, we can only have one Riker, and then vaporize him or something.
They could have.
No, they let him live. In fact, he rejoined Starfleet at his at the rank that he was at, but then he ended up joining the Maquis and betrayed the Federation and ended up in a prison.
And then he hosted on what was that on what was the name of that Jonathan Frakes was on?
Yeah. When you play it at like 25, when you play it at half speed, he sounds like he's drunk.
Yeah, whatever show that is. That's not
the
it.
Unknown or some shit.
Yeah, that's it. So bit of news I saw yesterday. Let's see, which one movie is it? Oh, so in the new Aquaman movie, Ben Affleck is going to reprise as Bruce Wayne and or Batman, which is interesting because quote unquote the DC and is that Warner Brothers, I think, basically said that the Snyderverse was dead at this point.
Yeah, they have no further plans. So I guess they're going to continue producing current projects that are already in the works or whatnot, but they're not going to continue any further projects, I guess, after that. But
that reinvigorated all the bots and fans of the Snyderverse to, start hashtagging for Justice League 2 Snyderverse.
Come on, you got your Snyder cut of the Justice League. Just be happy with that.
They want it. They want another movie. They want another Snyderverse movie.
Well, I don't think I do, but no, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the Snyder cut of Justice League. I liked it. But I think they need to move on from Zack Snyder.
What do you think, Mike? Are you up for another 6-hour movie?
I didn't watch the first one.
So you're all in.
Yeah, I'm all Give the people what they want. God damn it!
Enough people will hashtag. It will happen.
Yep.
So we will move on to the trailers since we have 45 of them plus one.
Yep, that's all right. I'll be sitting a couple of them out.
Start with the one that I put in there specifically for Levy.
Okay.
How about the Picard season 3?
Well, actually, I haven't watched Picard season 2 yet. I watched the first episode and stopped. And not that I thought it was bad or nothing. I just never went back after the first episode for whatever reason.
The teaser video?
I did. I think it's cool to bring back the old crew. I think that's great.
Think it's a little bit too late, or
no, absolutely not. Okay. I mean, if it works for the original series crew in Star Trek 6, I mean, they were all like, in their 60s and 70s in that movie. So,
right.
I mean, Picard's pushing 80 or Patrick Stewart's pushing 80.
He is 80, isn't
he? Yeah, something like that. Gates McFadden is like 71.
I saw, was it Harrison Ford? He's 82, right?
Yes, he is.
Wow, he's 82 or 80 also.
80 also.
But still, holy.
Mm-hmm. And he's making Indiana Jones 5 or 6 or whatever it is. 5? Or that movie already made it? I don't know.
That movie will kill him. Or
I heard that Geordi in season 3, they're going to introduce his daughter, and she's going to be played by LeVar Burton's real life daughter, Mika Burton.
Interesting.
So, have you ever seen her? She's smoking.
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, she's real pretty.
In a creepy way. She's pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty.
That's cool.
She's actually done some like hosting stuff for like Critical Role.
Is that her? Okay.
Yeah. They're really hot black girl that does like the hosting for like the behind the scenes stuff or whatever. I think they did some, like Legend of Vox Machina behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, I didn't know
she actually was a guest player on like a couple episodes, I think.
Cool.
Oh,
I know they filmed season 2 and 3 back to back, so it's in the can. So it's not like if Picard drops over, it's not going to be cut short.
Well, that's good because that could happen at any time.
right. Right.
No, I would love to see the Next Generation crew back because that's my Trek. For me, Trek will always be Next Generation. So I'm really, really excited to watch, or interested to watch Strange New Worlds. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but
great season.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I did see some clips, and I actually got to see Paul Wesley as Captain Kirk, which is cool. So I think he from the few clips I've seen, I think he was a pretty good Captain Kirk. So
it worked out well.
Okay.
I like
he was captain of the Farragut, right?
You have to watch the episode. It's little bit of a. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. So you just watch it, and then you'll understand what he's captain of and why. So.
Okay.
But yeah. So how about move on? We'll just go down the list. How about AMC Interview with the Vampire? Mike, you're into vampires, and Vanessa's into vampires. Are you guys going to watch that? It's a series.
Yeah, I would watch that. I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly like how it fits in with the first one, I guess.
The first one, what?
Like the movie, like Interview with a Vampire, you know?
Reboot. It's a retelling.
Oh, it's a reboot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
so Louis, instead of Louis owning plantations, he's going to be owning brothels.
Right.
And they're fast forward.
More interesting.
Yeah, they're going to fast forward it to like I think the early 1900s in New Orleans.
Yeah, they moved the timeline up.
Right.
Yeah, I would watch that for sure. Absolutely, it looks good.
Yeah, so it takes place in New Orleans, right? Do you think Klaus and the other originals are going to show up?
Is it reference?
Vampire Diaries reference? Yes, absolutely. It is. Kyle knows what I'm talking about.
Kyle does not listen to this goddamn show.
He'll know what I'm talking about in about 4 weeks when he listens to this episode.
I'm going to tell him that he has to listen to this episode because
yes,
you keep talking about him.
Yes.
I said to Gary, I said, oh, he goes, oh, he's like, your shirt fit. I said, that's not my shirt. I said, Brother Kyle designed it. I'm like, wait, you probably don't know who Brother Kyle is. And he goes, he's like, I've heard of him. I'm like, oh, legend status.
Yeah.
But you have heard of me.
Let's see. Wakanda Forever.
Well, hold on, dude. I mean, I'd like to talk about.
Do you, or do you want to keep talking about Vampire Diaries? Because this is not a Vampire Diaries trailer.
Oh, I know. It's close enough.
Did you see in the chat how I was giving Lou shit about how wrestling was like, just two gay men rolling around on the mat?
What's this?
See, they're talking about stuff, and I said, there's new. He was talking about like the whole wrestling thing, and then Kyle's like, like the vampires and wrestling and our diaries and all this other stuff, and then I started posting like pictures of like the the chick from Vampire Diaries, like rolling around in the sack with the chick. I said, this is just like wrestling. I said, without the women, and put a mat there.
But wrestling does have a lot of women wrestlers now.
No, you know, like two men rolling around, being all sweaty and oily. And then you said that you guys went to see WrestleMania 15 in Philly. That's what it was.
In Philly.
Then it's going to be in Philadelphia. That's what that's the whole thing.
Well, in 2024.
Yeah, 2024. Are you gonna go, Lee?
Nope. No, I don't follow wrestling really all that much anymore.
Neither do I.
I mean, if we're 1997, then yeah, but no. Or 1999, I can't remember what it was.
So what would you like to say about the Interview with the Vampire trailer, not the Vampire Diaries TV show?
Looks good. I mean, April's really interested in seeing it. I like the casting. I actually like the guy that because Louis is being played by the guy that played Grey Worm in Game of Thrones. I'm curious about Lestat though. I don't think I recognize that guy from anything. Do you know who he is, Jed?
I don't. I didn't look him up. I do know that they said they're writing his character to be more of Lestat from books like 2 to 12 versus Lestat from like the first book. So he has a different. And they spent a lot more money on it than what the director thought they would. So AMC basically threw a lot of money at the show to make it quality.
I see. So, when does that start?
Not sure. The director did say that if everything goes well, you guys will you'll forget all about Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not take a joke too far, but
yeah, let's not get crazy.
I was reading an interview with him.
Yeah, an interview, eh? Interview with the director of Interview with the Vampire. No.
It's very meta.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, we can move on now.
Okay, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Oh man, Black Panther 2 looks good. Wait, so how the fuck are they gonna write out T'Challa?
I believe this is actually going to be based on a story where Namor comes to Wakanda. I can't remember what he asked him to do something or asked for a favor or something like that, or something. I can't remember. And because someone I work with explained it to me, and T'Challa refused, and so it incensed Namor, so he kills T'Challa, and
T'Challa becomes the king of the dead in the comic books at one point.
Yeah,
but didn't that happen when Namor had the Phoenix Force? Wasn't that whole storyline?
I don't know, but at the end you find out that at the end of the comic story you find out that another individual was pulling the strings on the whole thing. So
the Illuminati?
No, I don't want to say anything for possible spoilers for the movie.
Is he talking about the shit that went down in Avengers, New Avengers, by any chance?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is what he explained to me, and like I said, I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
Yeah.
Add as spoilers for the movie or possible spoiler.
Why don't you say spoilers? And then now that we said spoilers,
for you guys.
Oh,
no,
I
I know about all that shit that happened in the comic books.
I read all those books too. I just can't remember.
Well, okay. So spoiler alert. Possible spoiler alert. You find out at the end. You find out that Dr. Doom was behind the whole thing. He was pulling the strings and manipulated all parties involved and whatnot. So there, he's saying that this might be them introduced or at the end of this movie. That he's saying that he thinks that Dr. Doom may get introduced to the MCU.
Dr. Doom pulling the strings behind the whole thing is the thing that led to the new Secret Wars, the whole fucking new Secret Wars.
There you go, because they announced that the sixth Avengers film is going to be Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah, I'm excited for that if that's exactly what happens. Yeah, there was a whole crazy, man, the Avengers New Avengers story was awesome, man. Jonathan Hickman wrote that whole thing and shit, and there was, I mean, it's very complicated, but you know, it was a great story. The whole thing with like because they did say something about the incursions in Doctor Strange 2,
right,
which was also a reference to that whole storyline.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like it may very well be.
The only thing is that the problem is that they reuse titles, but they don't necessarily, follow the same thing. Story. Yeah,
you mean like
Ultron,
they have to adapt them to the current MCU setting,
which I'm all right with.
Yeah, like Civil War, it was close, or but like Age of Ultron was a whole time warp dimensional thing, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
right.
That's what they should. I think they should bring Ultron back. It'd be a good bad guy to bring back.
I think there's probably a good chance. I mean, they have a way to do it now with multiverse and shit. So.
Someone said that the whole Namor Atlanteans type of look is based off of like Aztec stuff, like history.
Yeah,
and but there's like one shot of him, and someone said that it looks like Shia LaBeouf.
Actually, I think I might have thought that. I think I might have thought that myself.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
I also heard to avoid confusion or whatnot with DC's Atlantis and Aquaman, that they're not calling them Atlanteans, and that's why they went with the Mesoamerican appearance, and that they're gonna be called something else.
I thought it was just
that's what I heard.
I thought it was just a cool way that they could kind of like include the wings on his feet and all the other shit,
How the hell, like, I don't know. I mean, you're watching a fucking DC movie versus a like how, like what fucking
you do because you know the difference.
No, what lowest common denominator are we talking about that thinks that fucking Batman and fucking Professor X or
lots of people don't know how to make that distinction. They think that a comic book movie is a comic book movie.
Listen, I would have agreed with that years ago. Like, I'm not saying that there's nobody out there that's like that, but I would have agreed with that more years ago. But man, comic books and comic book movies and series are so mainstream these days. It's almost like I'm sure there are those people that are out there. Yeah, I hear you. But
there's plenty of people out there like that.
Listen, there's two examples of that I know for a fact. I can see why they're doing that, because one time a woman, I forget who it was, but she said to me, she goes, when is Spider-Man going to show up in like a Batman movie? And I was like, okay. And then the other time was when I went to go see Captain America, Winter Soldier in the theater.
Yeah.
And they took off the Winter Soldier mask, like came off when they were doing the whole fight scene, and Bucky was revealed, right?
Yeah.
And like the whole theater went, like they didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So
the winter spoiler.
So so I could kind of see them confusing one Atlantis with the other. Like, where's Aquaman? Why isn't he here to help?
Exactly.
I know that sometimes people have been sending me. So the dude I know that has the Optimus Prime, like the Bay versus Optimus Prime real size replica that like makes appearances and shit. I probably got like 15 messages from like I'll call them normies, like just friends of mine that aren't into comic book shit or and send me that shit, and it's like they just. And I actually talked to that dude's kid, Ryan, and I was explaining to him, like the average person has no clue that the Optimus Prime in those movies is not the Optimus Prime. That it's just like he's red and blue and he's a truck and he turns into a big robot with a face mask. So it's all the same dude, you know?
When Endgame came out, I made a meme of it's a picture of Alex Ross's Superman with bullets bouncing off his chest. Yeah. I added words to it. I added the word spoilers along the bullet trails. And the meme said, like, this is me, or this is me on Facebook because I've already seen the movie. Basically, I'm just saying that like spoilers are pointless to me now because I've seen the movie. Someone commented and said, "Oh my God, Superman's in the movie?"
Yep.
And I read that comment. I'm like, and I just typed no.
Yeah.
You should have said yes.
So, yeah,
that's what
I should have. So
there's a great amount of confusion out there.
Yeah, so that's again the whole thing about the changing them from Atlanteans to whatever. That's just a rumor I heard. I haven't heard it from an official source. I think I can't remember where I read it. Somewhere on Facebook. So take that with a grain of salt.
Sub
Atlanticans was already taken.
Right. Yeah.
So.
There's a podcast in Japan just making fun of all the stupid Americans that think, this animation or whatever is like Voltron or it's like Gundam or whatever. They see a robot mecha anime like, oh, that's Gundam, right? Which actually I did find out for the first time that whole vehicle Voltron was not Voltron at all. Did you guys know that?
Well, none of them were Voltrons.
Yeah, I mean they were.
I mean the Go Lion and the vehicle, Voltron series were
Dave Ruger, it was called.
Yeah, they're not connected at all.
Yeah,
did all this editing and everything to make it sound like Pidge's cousin was in the team and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And for the movie where they teamed up and everything, that was some more clever. And I think didn't they actually animate new scenes for that?
Probably.
Well, if there were any scenes where they appeared together, they would have had to.
Yeah. Change the opacity on this layer.
Yeah. One of you is going to be a ghost at all times. We just don't know which one.
What was that? There was a third one too, right? There
was a third one called Albagus or Algabus.
Yeah, he was the six-armed.
Yeah,
three robot thing.
Gladiator Voltron, they called him, but he never had any kind of cartoon appearances in America.
Yeah, it was supposed to, but I guess it never materialized.
Speaking of movie shit that never happened, real quick, just to throw this out there, because I see a lot of shit. I hear a lot of shit during the day on YouTube when I'm listening to stuff. Did you guys know that there was supposed to be a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash movie?
Yes.
You did know that?
I did.
I did not.
I don't know if Jed did.
I did not.
Yep.
I thought there was supposed to be wasn't there supposed to be like a Freddy Jason versus like another like movie bad guy monster thing, like a Halloween thing, like Michael Myers or something?
Like Hellraiser. Hellraiser. It was Hellraiser, Jed.
Was it
Yes.
Hellraiser? Okay,
Yes,
I knew there was supposed to be like a 3 thing.
Yeah, it was Pinhead.
Pinhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how far they got into like pre-production work with that Freddy Jason Ash movie, but like how far off the ground it got. But I heard about it.
Any of those like versus movies when Ash is involved, I automatically turn into like the Chicago Bears guys from the Saturday Night Live skit. Like, you know, Ash versus God, Ash. Except it just doesn't have the same ring as Ditka.
That's funny. Should we move on to Black Adam?
Yeah, I'm in for it.
Yo, I'll tell you what. If you guys, is there another DC trailer in there?
Yeah.
Shazam.
If you guys want to talk them to a couple of DC joints, I'm gonna go take my break and smoke a butt quick, and I'll rejoin.
This is episode 150. You guys stick here through all the trailers.
I'm just gonna sit here silent. I have absolutely zero to say.
Did you watch the trailers?
You have no idea how much it irritates me that you don't like DC. You know that?
I watch. Of course, I watch the trailers, but I don't. No, it's here it is, Levy. It's not that I don't like DC. It's that I'm completely like, what's the word? Apathetic. Like I just don't care about it. Any of it.
Why not? They're cool. They're superheroes.
Except for I like Batman a lot. That
don't count.
But
you know,
why does Batman count?
There's a Sylvester Stallone like superhero movie trailer too, and I did not include it because it's superheroes, but I don't care either. So I can kind of see like where Mike's coming from a little bit.
Well, it's not even like, listen, you want to be like, you know how you guys are always like, hey, did you watch this yet? And I'm always like, no, because I didn't have time yet. Imagine if I'm throwing a whole other fucking universe on top of that shit. Like, you know, I'm sure, and I'll watch movies, but I'm never excited to see them. It'll just be like one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, Suicide Squad 2 was streaming on something that Vanessa had or whatever. Hey, and we're sitting around, you want to watch it? It's like, yeah, fuck it, we'll watch it. You know, like it, like if it's something, I've seen a bunch of DC movies. I've seen Aquaman. I've seen both Wonder Woman movies, unfortunately for the second one, but I've seen every goddamn Batman movie that ever was, even the bad ones. Like there's, but I just don't. I'm not invested in it as much as I am Marvel. That's all.
You're a terrible nerd.
I'm just a choosy nerd, man. I'm just a choosy nerd.
What was
real nerds aren't choosy?
No, you're gatekeeping right now.
Damn right I am.
You're totally gatekeeping.
Damn right I am. I'm holding the gates open for you, like all of them, and you're choosing not to go through.
Listen, Levy. This is like if we would be in the mall and shit like that, and we're walking by, and there's a store you want to go into. I would just stand outside and chill and take in the scenery from the Well, no, Levy wouldn't be going in there either. The bookstore, hard pass.
Walden Books had D&D books.
Yeah, they did. What's the other one? What's the one that's up at the Lehigh Valley Mall now? It's got all kinds of D&D shit in there, man. Oh man, it's a huge. It's Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Nobles. They got a huge selection of D&D shit in there.
Yeah, it's all overpriced though. I'm sure.
It's all what?
Overpriced. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't really. I really got to be like, holy shit! I didn't know that existed. I need that right this second to be buying anything out of there. Like anything else, I just kind of like take a note and get it somewhere else.
And they wonder why Amazon's killing them.
Yeah, for real, man. But I hate buying shit off of Amazon because Jeff Bezos is such a prick.
I know. I am too. Yeah, I still continue to.
Yeah, I know. I'm
just a lousy activist.
It's just like the story Brother Kyle was saying about his cousin that's gay, but will still go in and house Chick-fil-A sandwich because it's just a good sandwich.
I support all of my LGBTQ plus friends, all of them,
except when I'm at the Chick-fil-A.
But that's a good chicken sandwich.
Yeah, right.
Imagine that breakfast burrito is awesome. Yeah.
Imagine like a Nazi brick oven pizza joint, you know, and like
wow,
and like Jewish people are just lining up. I don't know why Jewish people would be so into having all that pizza, but it's just what?
Oh my god,
a Nazi brick oven place? Come on, like holy shit! Wow,
I'm just saying.
Holy fuck,
Jesus!
Episode 150. It was the final straw for the FCC.
That's not it, man. Shit. Edit that out.
No, don't edit that out. Why would?
Wow.
Why would that? Man, you guys are touchy. I like how the darkest guy on the show is the touchiest out of everybody. Mr. Shit.
So fucked up.
Yep.
So
I'll tell you something else, Levy. Vanessa went food shopping and she had this tight ass fucking skirt on and she came walking in the house and she was putting food up on the counter like out of the bags or whatever, and she had chicken. This isn't all she had, but it was mixed in. But I saw chicken, I saw watermelon, and I saw a big fat ass in front of me, and I was just as happy as anybody could possibly be.
Oh, I bet.
And I said, shit. I love when you guys get really quiet. All right, this has turned into a Bill Burr bit. We can move on now.
The views of other Blackout and Shout members do not reflect the opinion of.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. When did we stop becoming? When did we stop being a comedy show?
Well, no, we're a comedy show.
What? So
We're definitely not newsworthy. That's for sure.
No, well, that's because we're never prepared and we never have the right information. We're a terrible news outlet.
Hey, when's that come? I don't know. Soon.
Who's in that?
That dude.
That dude. You know that guy that was in that other thing.
Yeah. So Shazam?
Shazam.
The Rock playing Shazam, or The Rock being The Rock. Black Adam.
Black Adam. Yeah.
Hmm.
So no, I'm definitely in for it. It definitely looks cool. I'm interested in seeing how much we're going to see of the Justice Society.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Alan Scott Green Lantern. That would be great, but can't get everything, I guess. Or Jay Garrick Flash.
Guess we'll see. Shazam looks good too.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel about seeing? How'd you feel about seeing your girl, Helen Mirren?
Oh, yeah, looks cool.
Looks cool.
You guys know how I feel about Helen Mirren, so you know.
Yeah.
What,
Queen.
Levy? On a serious note,
Yeah.
well, about what age of Helen Mirren would you say would be the cutoff date, like the cutoff age where you would no longer bang her? And don't tell me yesterday.
Corpse.
Post-mortem. Pre or post, formaldehyde, when they.
No, like the moment she becomes a corpse, that she is persona non grata. I'm not into the whole necrophilia thing, but up until that moment, hell yeah, I'll hit that.
All right, well.
Speaking of hitting things, John Wick 4. What do you guys think of that trailer?
They could keep making John Wick films.
You know what? I'm not interested at all.
What?
I think they will keep making them.
They lost me in John Wick 3, man.
Why?
Because it got way too over the top, and it was just more of the same. Like the action was just more of the same, and I just feel like I've seen this movie already. It's like, I'm okay with John Wick 1 and 2. Didn't feel it in 3. Not going to bother with 4.
I think it's one of those things, Mike, where Levy will sit down at a Chick-fil-A and he'll order 4 chicken sandwiches, and he just gets full after the first 2, and then the third one he's like, I can do this one more.
You know what? That is an apt analogy. That really is an apt analogy. So,
then Mike's like, "You gonna eat that sandwich?" And Levy's like, "Nah, I can't. I can't." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat it."
Levy would be like, "I'm not gonna have that last sandwich because I'm on my way to get pizza after this."
At the Nazi.
There's a good Nazi pizza joint around the corner.
Holy shit. I am glad Josh is not on the show tonight.
our pizza dough will rise.
Oh God.
Man.
How come Seinfeld can do it, but I can't? That was a great scene, by the way. Like the fucking pen broke and the ink was on his fucking face and shit.
Yeah. Wait, was that Kramer?
No, it was the old man. It was wasn't what's her face's boss?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, man.
So how do you feel about the Dungeons and Dragons movie? Mike, are you gonna go see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it.
I know you're excited, Levy. Come on.
Oh, okay.
That's like giving a kid Chick-fil-A. I'm just curious as to the non-Dungeons and Dragons nerd of the group. If he's
I'll go see that. I'll go see that. It looks. I mean, like, I'll tell you what. I'm actually. Well, yeah, because I'll go watch a movie for 2 hours and then I'll be done with it.
Yeah, but you can play a Dungeons and Dragons game for 2 hours and be done with it.
Yeah, 2 hours every fucking week.
Wow, you can just play one session and you'll be done with it.
Levy,
yeah, they make one shots.
When I can't remember when the first. I gotta figure out when the first time was when you guys tried to talk me into, because it's got to be coming up on some sort of anniversary, like a 2 year or 3 year anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, we've been playing for.
When did
we've been playing since 2019, man. We've been playing since 2019.
Good grief! No, I'll go watch the movie, and you know what? I hope it's good because I remember when the first Dungeons and Dragons movie came out years and years ago, and it was, man, that was a disappointment. So
wow, I'll say.
Yeah. I went on my first date with Ginny to that movie. That should have been the fucking all the omen I needed. Like, you know.
Foreshadowing.
This one looks a lot better than that movie.
Yeah, foreshadowing. Yeah, this does look a lot better than that movie, and I hope it is, man. I like all that shit. I'll watch. You know, I watched fucking 8 seasons of Game of Thrones, or however many 8 seasons. I'll watch this shit.
D&D groups are a minefield right now, though.
Yeah, well, of course they are.
Well, the conversations being had right now are druids can't wild shape into owl bears.
Yeah.
And why would you jump into a gelatinous cube?
You got to do the nerd voice when you say
I'm
things.
I'm no good at that. So
you just did it.
So
Good job. You did it there.
What would you guys say? What would you guys like? Because we're all of us are into certain parts of the fandom. You know, a lot of them overlap, but we're also into some like separately or whatever. Like, what would you say is the most hateable group of the entire nerd community?
The entire nerd community.
Yeah.
4chan. 4chan is horrible.
No, but I mean, like,
4chan.
Well, yeah, they're atrocious.
What the fuck is 4chan?
It's a
message board,
social. Yeah.
No. But I mean, like the Transformer fans, Star Wars fans, G.I. Joe fans. You know,
like
Marvel
what genre or like what IP?
D&D,
fandom.
Yeah. Like which you know.
I'd say wrestling fans.
I think they're all pretty toxic.
Wrestling fans are pretty violent. They get angry really easy.
Well, Star Wars fans are too.
Yeah.
You know, Star Wars fans have caused actors to shut down their Instagram accounts because of the abuse that they threw at them. But now, they're not the only fan to do that.
The question though, like, but think of it this way, right? Is the question of it that the fan base is more toxic, or is that just there's more of the fan base, so you hear more toxicity because the ratio is larger. Like, so if you have like 1,000 fans, but Star Wars has 1 million fans, so that 1% that's toxic is a lot larger because of the number of fans.
Well, that's definitely a good way to look at it. But I mean, if you have 10,000 toxic fans or 1,000 toxic fans, they can still 1,000 toxic fans can still just throw horrible shit at people just as much as 10,000 can do. They can do the same. They can do like the same amount of damage, I think, to individual people.
Sure.
And it's atrocious what they do. Inexcusable, and it all comes from a sense of entitlement, in my opinion, where they feel like they're owed something, and
it's like their own property that they want to have their way.
Yeah, exactly. And whenever anyone else has a different vision of what they think is sacred, they'll let you know about it in the worst ways possible. And
I would probably say Star Wars is number one for that fan base. That's toxicity level, and then I'd probably say diehard G1 Transformers fans.
See, I think I'd hate to say this because I know a lot of G.I. Joe fans that are cool as fuck, but the assholes in the G.I. Joe fan groups, I feel, are bigger assholes than the Transformer fans.
I don't have enough experience to. I never really dealt with those guys.
Well, I think it also comes down to our experience and exposure. You know.
Well, you know what, Levy, I say that too. Yes, I know where you're going. I say that about like when people complain about Eagle fans, but they're from here. But it's like, well, you're surrounded by Eagle fans all the fucking time, so the amount of Eagle fan assholes that you're going to run into are going to be greater because you're surrounded by them because this is where you live. Like, so you spend like this is that what you're going to get at? You spend enough time in a G.I. Joe group or a Transformer group or some shit, you're going to get more of that.
Yeah, because I'm sure you know the Harry Potter fandom has its toxicity,
right?
You know, and so you know if you're in that fandom, you see more of that. As opposed to G1 Transformers, because typically those fandoms don't really intermix.
I'll tell you a good story. York is the one who was like all the art and stuff like that in toys. He Tom McFarlane like on Facebook, and he posted like one of his artworks he did of Spawn, and right away someone went out and Googled it, like found it on Etsy, and accused him of stealing the artwork. So. So that's
his own artwork.
His own artwork, yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
So
something similar. It wasn't like nobody was accusing me of anything, but it's something similar happened to me this week. People on my Instagram will send me shit that they think I should see, whether or not it's certain Transformers or maybe their collection or maybe somebody else's collection. That's like awesome. Like, hey, check this out. Some dude sent me a message and was like, dude, you gotta see this collection. And he sent me, it was one of my reels. It was my own shit. Like, so you went on my page, found my own shit and sent it back to me. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Or if you can charter member of this jewelry line.
Oh yeah. You get. I take it you get plenty of those too, huh?
I get those once a day, I think.
Yeah, it's so
you could
fucking
be an
annoying.
Ambassador for our jewelry, whatever.
What's next?
She-Hulk,
dude. I'm gonna tell you something, man. This might sound crazy, but I'm actually looking forward to this shit. To be honest with you.
Why does that sound crazy? I'm looking.
I don't know because it doesn't look like because I'm a meathead and you think I'm a even bigger meathead than I actually am, and I would think that you would think that it'd be a cold day in hell before I will watch such a thing. But I think it looks like it's going to be pretty fun. To be honest with you,
a lot of people probably think you're a Nazi too right now. So
after this episode,
yeah,
or at least a fan of Nazi pizza.
You guys are fucking. You guys are idiots.
You brought it up.
You know what?
Yeah.
You guys should go to a fucking like a stand-up comic show, and then when he says something, kind of fucking crazy and shit, stand up and be like, whoa, hey.
Mike,
Jesus
just
Christ.
listen. Things that were accepted and normal years ago are no longer accepted and normal today.
Stop it.
You need to be able to change with the times, old man.
Yeah, it says the fucking dude that's honey, get out there and cut the fucking grass.
Well, that's an age-old process that will never change.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Right. Yeah. So She-Hulk, you're all interested in it because there's a big green chick.
There's a big green chick.
I'll tell you what, the Titana looks like a chick from the 80s Firehouse video. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I liked it. Yep.
Looks like
I told April that I think She-Hulk's hot.
Breaking the fourth wall, like Deadpool.
A little Deadpool action. And what's his face? Abomination, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Abomination?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I read an interview with him too about how he like getting back into that whole role from like way back when, before like the whole Marvel thing, and he was just standing there shocked at like, the process of how they were doing things compared to when he filmed stuff like back for Incredible Hulk when he was Abomination.
Like the Wild West back then.
Yeah. And then he finally got into it and stuff. He said he was kind of intimidated by the like the movie making procedure with superhero films compared to the way it used to be.
Yeah.
Now they got the formula down now, so
And the
they know what
technology.
works, they have a better understanding of what works, what doesn't.
How long ago was that? Incredible Hulk. Was it
2008? 2008.
Yeah. So
It was the second MCU film.
long ass time ago.
Yeah.
In technology, terms. Cool.
Did you think?
Did you
Do you think she looked better?
Yeah.
Than the first time.
Yeah,
I saw someone explain that, and I'll repeat what I read. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube compresses the shit out of your video, regardless, no matter what format you or quality you upload it to. They have their own compression, and that's what happened. A lot of people says that the way it's supposed to be seen, it looks fine. It doesn't look like it's unfinished as of the way that the compression is, all the details. Because they said that you have you have the Hulk who already you've seen through all these movies, and he has he's more masculine. He has the brow lines. He has all the what's the word I'm looking for, battle scars and stuff like that. But with her, she's a chick and she's done up and she wants to look nice and that type of shit. So you don't see that. It's a lot smoother, smooth skin on the women versus the rough skin, stubble and shit like that on a dude. Yeah,
there's something attractive about a tall green chick, man. I don't know what it is. What?
I love Amazonian women, dude.
I was just about to say that, man. Jed, Levy came over here the other night because we did an unboxing video, which I got to edit because I'm still adding a few parts to it, but of that Holonics. And afterwards, we were just kind of sitting around bullshitting, and Levy's going through his news feed, and he's showing me all these hot muscle chicks. I don't know what feed. What were you on, Instagram or what, Levy?
Instagram. Thirstgram. That's all I use Instagram for is for thirst traps.
It was just one muscle chick after another, scantily clad.
Oh yeah.
Well, you must be all into
the one I Amber the Valkyrie, I think her name is, or Ashley the Valkyrie. I can't remember. Yeah.
You must have been all into Bridget Nielsen, huh? Back in the day.
She's too old.
Well, back in the day when she's in Rocky and
Red Sonja. She was good looking then. Red Sonja.
Yeah.
She looked good in Red Sonja. Shit movie.
Grace Jones.
A little too mannish. I think it was more the persona, that she put forth.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is an attractive woman, but still too mannish for me. I don't know.
Yeah, but what? So in a way, she would put a killer on you.
She had a killer body. Oh yeah, Grace Jones would fucking snap me in half if she wanted to.
To be fair, Levy, every chick that you showed me the other night would have been able to beat your ass, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably. I wouldn't want to take a punch from most of those women.
Right. Unless it was a donkey punch.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Is that from
anyway? I want you to stick a banana up my ass and punch me in the back of the head as hard as you can.
I was saying, at that point, she probably has a strap, and then she gives him the donkey punch, I think. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man.
At least you put the strap on.
To each their own.
Well, hopefully I could get that image out of my head sometime before I fall asleep tonight.
Listen, Levy, there are no chicks with dicks, only dudes with tits. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I learned that by watching Ted. So the trailers are over. You want to do? What'd you watch? Watch anything good?
Yeah, we can do that. I don't think I've been really watching anything.
Yeah, I haven't watched much lately either, honestly.
I watched. You ever watch Wolf's Rain? It's an anime.
I've heard of it.
From 2003 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
I watched it. It was really good. It was. I liked it a lot. It's one season.
Was that by the same studio that did Cowboy Bebop?
No, I don't think so. It was Bones, I think, was the studio that did that.
Because I think the animation looked kind of similar, if I recall.
Well, it was that time period. I think is probably late 90s, early 2000s type of anime.
Yeah. And I
before
think
things got.
Steve Bloom. Yeah, I think Steve Bloom did voice work for like one of the main characters in that too.
You are correct, except I didn't watch it in English, or I watched it in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2003 came out. It's 30 episodes, but there's like 4 or 5 of them that are like kind of recap episodes. So there's like really like only one season of 26. The let's see, Viz Media put it out, and Animax is a company that did it. Came out on Adult Swim back in the day. Yeah, Bones is the studio that did the animation.
Okay.
That's really good. I did a lot. It's a post-apocalyptic. It's about these 4 characters. They're wolves, but they trick humans into believing that they're human as well. So they have like, humans, when they see them, they see a person most of the time, and it's really good. I liked it a lot. And they're like they're searching for paradise, and it's like I said, it's a very post-apocalyptic type of story. I liked it. I highly recommend it. Good music too.
I actually bought it for my roommate for like his birthday or Christmas or something.
Oh,
so, because because he was really into Cowboy Bebop, and I think he caught like an episode or 2 on Adult Swim, and he really liked it, so I bought the whole series for him. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh.
Some of the dogs, I bet. Yeah, man. If you're looking for an anime to watch, it's pretty good.
What's it called again?
Wolf's Rain. Like
Wolf's
R-A,
Rain.
like rain from the sky.
Right.
R-A.
I will put it all on the list.
Get that picture, Mike, in the lobby.
That's the main character?
Yeah, his name's Kiba.
Yeah.
I was watching it, I was like, that looks like Aaron. I was like, that's like Aaron from,
I was
like,
gonna say he does look awfully familiar.
Like the mannerisms and like everything, like, from like him being a dick sometimes to like pushing on while everybody else is falling behind, and is like this like dedicated to do this shit. It's It was very, very similar in characters. I was like, oh shit.
Did he do any crying?
No, he did not do any crying.
Oh, perfect.
This anime, I would say, on a scale of 1 to 5 tissue boxes, would probably be, I'd say 1. It's pretty low on the crying.
That is good.
And if there is any crying, it's because a female is upset about something, and she's like dying or something like that. So it's not the dude going, ah. Like I said, it's a early 2000s, anime, so they weren't crying yet.
That's a pretty good sweet spot era right there.
Right. It's a cool concept too, how they're like animals, but people see them as human. But it's an illusion, but they're still
right.
So like when someone was like one of the first episodes, someone was like falling. The character that is a wolf like went to grab him to catch him. Grab him because he doesn't have right. So
right.
So and then the person, they freaked the fuck out. So yeah, it's good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I have to check it out. Excellent, Smithers.
It's like one of those it was one of those animes that's always been like on my list forever. I never got around to watching it. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I was just gonna watch it. Want to kind of break up all the Hellsing Ultimate episodes that I've been watching.
Right. Because
it's getting to be a chew.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. Because they're like 45 minutes long, each one of those episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a minor emergency with one of the animals.
That's what we figured. Did the dog throw up?
No, I heard one of the dogs yelping and like badly, and so I ran upstairs. From what I can gather, I think the vacuum cleaner fell over on her.
Oh, that sucks.
And she's fine, but
like a yipe, like that.
I thought it was Maisie at first, but I'm pretty sure it was Maya, and Maya's very old, so just wanted to make sure she's okay.
Cool. We were just talking about Wolf's Rain, so didn't miss much since it's basically the same old. you say you haven't really.
Yeah, not anything new. Nah, not really. Not anything of note. I did. Al, you know what? I did watch the first episode of Miss Marvel.
Oh,
and it didn't make me not want to watch the second episode. So that's a plus.
It's a Disney Plus.
It's a Disney Plus. Well done.
Thank you. Well, that's the case. Then we can move on to trailers. Or I'm sorry, not trailers. Yeah, whew. Move on to.
Speaking of trailers with She-Hulk, we didn't talk about that little cameo at the end.
Oh, Daredevil.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'd be noteworthy. Did you guys notice that in the first shot where it shows him flipping over her, it looks like he's wearing the red and yellow costume?
I did notice that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially when he hits that beam of light, it really stands out. But then when it comes to the close-up shot of him, you just see like he's got the gold bands around the wrists, but the sleeves themselves look like they're red and black. So
there was no DD on his chest either.
But yeah, I think that's cool. And actually, Marvel confirmed that Charlie Cox is going to be voicing Matt Murdock or Daredevil in the new animated Spider-Man series, freshman year.
Oh yeah.
But they also confirmed that it's going to, or I don't know if this is confirmed, but I heard that it's going to be an alternate universe version of young Peter Parker, not the MCU version.
Christ.
Well, because in the MCU, he was only Spider-Man for 6 months before Iron Man found him.
Right.
But in this animated series, he's going to be having villains like Dr. Octopus is going to be in it. I think Scorpion's going to be in it. But like in the MCU, like his first major villain was Vulture. So I guess it's going to be an alternate universe Peter Parker. So, which honestly, I think that's the route to go with, because I mean, you're going to run out of stories if you only have like a 6-month time frame.
Yeah.
To work with. So, then they said that the Daredevil series is going to be called Born Again. Will be coming in 2024, and is going to be like 18 episodes.
Yeah, the whole San Diego Comic-Con thing happened in the past 2 weeks since we last met up. There was a lot of news that was dropped about stuff, like the whole Phase 5 and 6 thing of like MCU. That
looks like there's some good shit coming.
Yeah. So they announced there's going to be 2 new Avengers films, Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Or Secret War. I'm not sure which one which one it was. Because the 80s story was Secret Wars, right?
Right.
And then the modern one was Secret War.
Was it?
Were those tied together at all? Like, did they have any kind of like,
I think it's I think of it back. Isn't it Secret War?
No, 1984 was definitely Secret Wars.
Was it?
I'm looking it up right now.
It was like Secret War. And I was after that.
No, it was all Secret Wars. The new one was also Secret Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
But the whole battle world type of thing. I mean, I don't know that they had anything to do with each other, but the whole like battle world, the idea of battle world kind of was, similar in both.
Was the Beyonder in the second one, or the modern one, though, from 2015?
The modern one, yeah, but they were reimagined a little bit, but it wasn't just like a Beyonder. It was a bunch of Beyonders.
Oh, okay.
The what did they call them? The Ivory Kings or some shit. I mean, they were the Beyonders, but like they were known as the Ivory Kings. It was a pretty well. That all ties back to that Avengers, New Avengers, the Jonathan Hickman run that kind of led into Secret Wars or whatever. But yeah, it was all really good though.
I guess the
same idea.
Doom always trying to get ultimate power, right?
Yeah, and even the Molecule Man, played a part basically. Yeah, a lot of it was similar, but
yeah, okay. Because actually, honestly, I didn't read either one of them. I know a bit about the original Secret Wars. I mean, obviously everyone knows that's where Spider-Man got the symbiote costume. The famous moment of Hulk holding up that big mountain, and whatnot.
The first Secret Wars.
I don't know anything about the new Secret Wars at all.
first Secret Wars comic was only written to promote the toys. That was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was a thrown together story. The only thing that was actually really decent about that storyline is that the animosity that all the heroes had against the X-Men back then. They really did not trust them at all because they were mutants. So it was a very racist type of thing. That's one thing that's kind of I just remember the issue where they take Deadpool and they plug him into that whole story. And it's a great comic.
It was a great comic. He was like the reason that the black suit was found in the first place.
Right.
Like, wasn't he the first person to actually wear the black suit before Spider-Man got it?
Maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I read the book, but it was pretty funny.
They also confirmed that the Fantastic Four movie is not going to be an origin story. Thank God. And rumors still persist that Krasinski and Emily Blunt are going to headline. So
are they? Or is that
no? They said rumors. Rumors are still flying about that. So
okay.
They haven't announced any casting yet.
Yeah.
What else? What If season 2? I know they said something about it. I don't know if it was like announced here because I could have sworn I heard something that they had renewed What If for season 2 before that. But there was some other series news from Marvel, wasn't there?
From MCU? Yeah,
for like other Marvel series that they have in the pipeline.
There was Blade.
Oh, the movie Blade. Did they say anything about Blade?
Just that it's all on track. There's rumors that Black Knight, of course, will be in it.
Yeah. Because no, sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot what his name is. What's the actor's name? Is something
Mahershala
Ali?
Ali.
Something.
Mahershala Ali.
That's it. Yeah, he's still going to be in it, and I think he has some type of credits with helping to write it too. There was a rumor that Olivia Colman might be playing an embodiment of Union Jack in the Secret Invasion.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's it. There was a Secret Invasion series.
They're talking about there's going to be a Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah.
Or series.
Thunderbolts. That's kind of like was that pre or post Dark Avengers?
Both.
Oh, okay. Because weren't they like the same team members?
No, you're confusing Dark Avengers with Thunderbolts. They're two separate things.
Yeah.
Norman
Osborn. I thought they had similar rosters. What was that, Jed?
No, Dark Avengers was like run by Norman Osborn, and they did the whole Iron Patriot. They tried to mimic all the heroes with all the bad guys in it. Thunderbolts was just like kind of like a Wetworks group that was by Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do with him, man.
I guess recast him maybe, or kind of stuff him on the side, but it'll probably be in Thunderbolts.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know where you were going with that. You said stuff him on the side, but after you said stuff him, my mind shut off. Like
having a taxidermy William Hurt on set.
No, just like keep him always Red Hulk.
Dude, his fucking acting skills, man.
Yeah, and then have a computer simulate his voice.
Well, you don't need that. You just recast him with a different voice actor. Just have a Red Hulk all the time.
I'm saying. I'm being
Thunderbolts
facetious.
Let me see if I remember Thunderbolts. It was Punisher, Black Widow, Mastermind, Deadpool, Venom. Back when he was with Flash Gordon.
Wait, Mastermind?
Flash Thompson.
Wait, was it? What's the green guy with the big head that was in Hulk?
The leader.
Leader. That's what I meant. Leader. Yeah, thank you.
Mastermind was an X-Men guy. I think that was what's his face? I can't.
That's right. From the.
No, not the Wingard.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Yeah, the leader. That's what I was thinking of.
The leader was in Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Really?
He was like drugged up half the time now.
Oh, okay.
Do you
think they're going to change the roster though? And do you think that's like what they're setting up with US Agent and Yelena and all those Kate Bishop and shit? Okay.
Sure. Well, I don't know if you're going to go that way. I think.
Oh well, Kate Bishop would. I think that would be part of like the Young Avengers, maybe.
Yeah.
Of course, by the time they get around to making that movie, she'll be like a 35-year-old woman. Well, I mean, Haley Steinfeld, she's got to be like, close to 30 by now. See how old she is.
I have no idea how old she is.
Haley Steinfeld is 25. How old is Florence Pugh? She's 26. All right, so they're the same age. Okay.
I mean, Thunderbolts is kind of like Suicide Squad. They can just change the characters, as much as I want.
Yeah.
Like they'll probably do Taskmaster and, like you said, the Elena and U.S. Agent. Probably find somebody else. Maybe they'll get Bucky, Winter Soldier thing. I don't know. Could be a lot of them.
Maybe they'll have Deadpool by the time. They make that movie.
Yeah, maybe. Cool. The Harley Quinn season dropped too yesterday.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I watched the first episode of that. So
was it good?
Yeah, it was real good. So
cool. I'll probably check it out tonight. How about some weird news?
Weird news. Yeah, I got some weird news. All right. So I don't know if I have this last time about. Do you remember the movie End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
There's an actress on there that worked on that film who claims that Arnold Schwarzenegger deliberately farted in her face in between filming takes. The actress was also in some of the Harry Potter movies. Her name is Miriam Margolyes, and she said that she disliked, I guess she had an interview recently, and she said that she disliked working with Arnold Schwarzenegger on the 1999 supernatural action movie End of Days. Schwarzenegger allegedly farted in her face in between filming takes. She said that he did it deliberately, and she still hasn't forgiven him.
When did End of Days come out? In the late 90s?
1999.
I mean, how bad of a fart would it have to been to hold a 2-decade grudge?
I imagine he was still working out pretty heavily at that time. So it was probably one of those mean protein farts.
Protein farts. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She says, he's a bit too full of himself and I don't care for him at all. He's a Republican, which I don't like. Okay. And he was actually quite rude. He farted in my face. Now I fart, of course I do, but I don't fart in people's faces. He did it deliberately right in my face. I was playing Satan's sister and he was killing me. So he had me in a position where I couldn't escape and lying on the floor. And he just farted. It wasn't on film. It was in one of the pauses, but I haven't forgiven him for it. So
I wonder if Arnold's farts sound like Arnold.
How would that even sound?
I don't know how that was. It sounded funnier in my head, and then when I actually tried to imagine it went downhill.
It's like, oh,
yeah, yeah, right, yeah.
That's if you had Mexican. If you had Mexican earlier.
Oh, I thought that was pretty funny. This is a bit. This one's a bit of a downer, but it's also a story of justice being served. But a cable company? Let's see here. It's a company called Spectrum. It was a charter. I guess their parent company is called Charter Communications, and they own a company called Spectrum. A Dallas County jury found them that they acted negligently in hiring a field technician who killed one of its customers. The jury awarded $7 billion in punitive damages against Charter for systemic safety failures in connection to the 2019 murder of 83-year-old Betty Thomas by one of their technicians. Earlier in June, a jury also said Charter had to pay 90% of $375 million of compensatory damages to Thomas's family.
Wow.
So, and they found during the June verdict, they found that Charter was liable for the robbery and stabbing death of Thomas by a company employee. In December 2019, officers arrested 43-year-old Roy Holden Jr., and he later pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to life in prison in April 2021. This was a shocking breach of faith by a company that sends workers inside millions of homes every year. The jury in this case was thoughtful and attentive to the evidence. The verdict justly reflects the extensive evidence regarding the nature of the harm caused by Charter Spectrum's gross negligence and reckless misconduct. So apparently what happened was they completely they neglected to run a simple background check on this guy because his previous employment history revealed firings for forgery, falsifying documents, and harassment of fellow employees. Holden was a Spectrum field technician who visited Thomas's house to help with her phone line. He went back to her place the next day using a Spectrum van and stabbed her with a utility knife supplied by the company. He then stole her credit cards and went on a spending spree.
Jesus.
It's a leap from forgery to murder.
Yeah.
But okay.
They also said Thomas's death could have been prevented and Spectrum had systemic failures in its hiring practices.
How does that work? Like, okay, so let's say I sue, who could I sue? That's like smaller. Let me think. Let's say I sue Bobo Jimbolina's wing. Yeah, Hidden Toys. Let's say I sue him, right? And the court awards that person. Yeah, paper cuts. Yeah, they bled out, right? Let's say the court awards them, like $2 million in damages, right? I don't have $2 million. How does that person get paid?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
Because you're like, oh, they awarded them whatever $1 billion, right?
$7 billion.
How the hell would a company be able to pay that fine, right? Or even anything if they didn't have it? Like maybe if you're Amazon or something like that, you'd have that kind of free cash, or maybe AMC. Wah, wah, wah. But I'm just saying.
You know what? You fucking. I was listening to the episode I wasn't on. You're like a fucking idiot. Like he's like only AMC is the only thing fucking crashing at the moment right now. It's AMC. Everything else is fucking flourishing, but AMC is like falling like a comet.
You know what's really funny is that I looked at my portfolio today and it was all green except for AMC.
Yeah, but AMC went like on a Friday. It's totally uncommon, right?
I don't think it matters what day of the week. I think it matters on the value of things. But yeah, they were down what?
No, that's not true. If you like a lot of shit, fucking shit drops off on Fridays. It does. A lot of stuff drops off on Fridays.
Hey, let's put a pin on the.
All right.
He's
BNS
just mad.
Financial.
He's just mad that he's an ape and. He's
no,
not getting.
I'm not mad because it's not over. Like it's the whole fucking. But you're acting like the rest of the fucking market is, and you're using today. AMC went down like 0.17%, which was like a couple cents, and you're acting like the whole fucking like the rest of the market is in stellar shape, but AMC is crashing like a fucking comet, and that ain't how it is.
I guess you're not looking at the rest of the market then. Anyway, like Levy said, we'll just
look at the rest of the market 6 months ago, 3 months ago, and tell me that everything's up from then. You know what I mean? Everything, like, dude.
So the S&P, the Dow, and the Nasdaq are all up almost between 1% and 2%, and AMC's down. So
today, right?
That's well. If you want me to backtrack, I could say it's
what is the
past 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. You're talking about 5 days. The market's been crashing for fucking months, for like since December, November.
Crashing. The market's not crashing.
Where did you buy Nvidia at?
Where did I buy it at? 220.
Yeah, and where is it at?
181.
I don't even know. I'm just like everything's down. A lot of shit's down. That's down a lot. There's a lot of shit that's down.
My Crocs is up like 8% today. It was up like 6% yesterday.
Things go up.
My Alico and my Maine and everything, that's all the financial stuff is up. I mean,
right. But what I'm saying, like I'm looking at.
The only other account that I have that's down is Ocugen, and that's like my gamble on like the COVID vaccine thing. So I expect
Yeah,
that's
and-
either a fly through the air thing or I cash out.
But I mean, like I look at stuff in my portfolio, and every couple days, like something will pop up 6% or 7% or some shit, and that's fine on one day. But if you look at over the course of the last year, you can't argue that the stock market's in good shape compared to where it was a year ago.
Oh no, I can totally agree with you. Like all those stocks like a year ago were like way up and stuff like that. But my earnings are up 53%, I think it is, in the past 3 months. So nothing's crashing for me.
Well, yeah, the last 3 months would have been a decent time to get in because like it's been hovering around. Like it crashed before that. Like everything went down before that.
That's what I'm saying. I've been in and out of AMC 3 times. I've made over $1,000 with like every single time I've done that. So I mean, I'm happy that it's going to keep going back down to 10. I'll buy in again. It goes up to 15, 16. I'll cash out again, and I will keep raking in the money.
Well, keep raking it in and cash out, and then when it fucking shoots up, when the market fucking comes back in, then we'll keep laughing.
Well, okay. Don't get salty because your stocks don't have value.
I'm not getting salty.
I don't know. Levy sounds like he's getting salty.
No, but I don't have all kinds of shit that's like, I'd be salty if my entire portfolio was fucking garbage, but it's not, you know? But
okay.
But it's like, I don't know, you goof on AMC because you think it's funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, is the fucking squeeze is never coming, fucking whatever. But
AMC doesn't have very good value. There's a lot of debt there, dude. Talking about billions, man. You got 9-10 billion in debt. So Nvidia has free cash flow. They're not in debt.
Is GameStop worth $100 and some per share? Is it really worth $100 and some per share?
No, I don't think so.
No, not on this planet or any other planet. So sometimes that shit doesn't matter. Like that's how a lot of the meme stocks work. They pop, they come down, they pop, they come down.
Right. And I will keep riding that wave up and down, but I won't hold it. I'm not holding it till it's to a tsunami. If you want to use analogies.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't get mad.
I'm not
because I'm goofing on you.
I'm not one bit mad. You can continue to goof all you want. Continue to goof all you want, and then when it happens, then I'll be laughing.
Okay. Well, cool. Then I will eat my words.
Yeah, you will.
That was Blackout and Shout Financial this week, folks. Yeah. Where were
Kramer? Jim Kramer ain't got shit on us.
Levy, where were we?
Weird news. I think Levy fell asleep.
Fell asleep. Yeah. Soon as we hit
I'm
the
sorry,
morning
guys. I zoned out there after you mentioned the word stocks.
As did the rest of the listeners.
Yeah. Well, we didn't do sports today, Levy. So
true.
Yeah.
Well, continuing with my story. According to testimony, Spectrum ignored requests by police.
That's right.
Spectrum ignored requests by police and prosecutors to preserve evidence. One Spectrum security executive testified the company was not necessarily obligated to tell the truth or cooperate with police. After Thomas's family filed the lawsuit, it was said that Spectrum attorneys used a forged document to try and force a lawsuit into closed-door arbitration, where the results would have been secret and damages for the murder would have been limited to the amount of Thomas's final bill. The jury found that Spectrum committed forgery beyond a reasonable doubt, which is conduct that constitutes a first-degree felony under Texas law. And attorneys said Thomas's family later received a bill from Spectrum that included a $58 charge for the murderer's service call. So they charged them $58 to murder her. And then they continued to receive bills for service weeks after Thomas died. During the trial, it was also revealed that there had been more than 2,500 thefts by Spectrum employees against customers in the past several years, which the company refused to investigate or report to police. So, in addition to killing this woman, he also had scammed lots of other elderly customers, which relates back to his previous work history. So,
damn.
And he was having financial trouble because of a divorce. He was sleeping out of his Spectrum company van, which he shouldn't have had access to after hours. So yeah, I just thought like the sheer amount of the of the damages and everything was you don't usually hear of a judgment that high for a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, like, how do they get paid? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It's so
I'll
weird.
I'll have to ask Robert D about that one.
Mm-hmm.
He would probably have a better handle on that than any of us would, for sure. Because I was always curious about that too. It's like, where's this fucking money coming from?
Right. You say you get awarded, but how the hell are you getting paid?
You'll be getting that shit. Yeah, I was just gonna say you'll be getting that shit. Yeah, $10 a week for the rest of your life. Like,
right.
Come on,
so like
man.
When you get your parking ticket, you can pay them like $1 a week.
That's what they're gonna. I was thinking, I'm such a fucking so like petty. I was like, I'll bring $50 worth of pennies in a box, and I'll drive it up there and spend $20 in gas money driving up there so I could. Because I'm not shipping it, because that'll be costly.
And then when the lady says, I'm not taking that, then you'll be like, you got to take it.
You have to take it. That's legal tender. It says right there on the side of the coin, bitch. You are obligated.
Be a big sign. We do not take pennies. Like, damn it. Beat me again.
That would be illegal. And I'll park in an illegal spot while I'm doing it too.
All right, so I have one more story. In Terminator news, chess-playing robot breaks young boy's finger during match in Moscow.
I read that story.
So a chess-playing robot fractured the finger of its 7-year-old opponent during a tournament in Moscow. The incident happened after the boy hurried the artificial intelligence-powered robot. The robot broke the child's finger. This, of course, is bad, Sergei Lazarov said, who is I believe he's the president of the Moscow Chess Federation. And there was actually video of the incident, but I myself didn't watch it. So in the video, it shows the machine reaching for and grabbing one of the boy's chess pieces and quickly discarding it from the board. Before the robot's arm retracted, the boy attempted to make another move, pushing one of his rooks into the same place as the recently removed piece. The video then shows the robot's mechanical claws descending back towards the board, this time grabbing the boy's index finger instead of a chess piece. Basically saying, hey, still my turn, bitch. Video shows the robot holding the finger in place for at least 15 seconds before two bystanders were able to pry open the claws and release the boy. The child made a move, and after that, it is necessary to give time for the robot's response, but the boy hurried, and the robot grabbed him. So he added the boy continued playing in the tournament with his finger in a cast. So,
well, I hope he learned his lesson.
That's right.
You don't fuck around with robots.
At least in chess.
Break your nuts, break your fingers.
Yeah. So that's it for weird news.
Also, I wonder what that robot does when it's not playing like chess. If it like works for the Russian mob, breaking people's fingers. You're going to talk, Sergey.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have to have the voice.
All right, bring in double KO 0.
Where's my money? Where's my money, comrade?
Comrade.
I don't have it, Tomash. Please don't break my fingers. There was I'm surprised you didn't bring up the news article about how they de-thawed, like, was it 38,000-year-old Arctic ice worms and they're alive?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
It was like that X-Files episode. Some scientists found worms deep in the ice that are like, they've been carbon dated like thousands and thousands of years old, and then when they thawed them out, they were alive.
Were they like the brain worms in Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan?
Did you ever see that X-Files episode? It was very much like The Thing. It was
I never really got into X-Files. I remember watching the first episode of that show and thinking, this ain't gonna be nothing.
X-Files. Right on the money.
Yep.
Right.
You saw that one.
Yeah.
You saw their plans. They had an episode where they were up in the Arctic at a research station, and Mulder and Scully were like, and it was just basically like worms, and it was very much like The Thing. Worm took over, and everyone tried to kill each other and all that stuff. But somebody commented like right away. It was like one of the first comments. It was like, if you want X-File ice worms, this is how you get X-File ice worms.
That's funny.
But yeah, what the fuck you doing? De-thawing shit that's like thousands of years old like that. Man,
didn't they recently do the same thing with bacteria? They found like bacteria that was hundreds of thousands of years old, and it when it thawed out, it was still alive, or as alive as bacteria will be.
Yeah, you can't be doing that shit.
Nah, especially with bacteria, because we don't got an immune system for that shit.
Right.
That might have been like a mammoth's gut fauna back then, but or dinosaur's gut fauna. But like nowadays, it's going to cause a global pandemic of monkeypox or some shit.
Right. Oh, I got some local weird news.
Oh yeah,
A man down. I don't have the article in front of me, but a man downtown was arrested for trying to have sex with his dog.
What?
I don't know if that's weird.
That's weird.
For trying to have sex with his dog.
It's well, the weird part about it isn't even that he got arrested for trying to have sex with his dog, but like if you're gonna do such a thing, like how are you not a little bit more discreet? Like where exactly was he trying? Where was he
how
trying
are you
to
getting caught doing that?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's going on a lot more than anybody would care to admit, but at least the other people that are doing it somewhere where they're not going to get busted.
Oh,
maybe
he probably just bragged about it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Who do you tell, man?
A dog goes walking by, and it's like, yeah, man, look at that ass.
Here, I found the article. I'll send you the link, Levy.
Oh man.
Oh, great.
Was this in Allentown?
This was in Minersville.
Oh, Minersville.
Yeah, like downtown. The man was from Frack. There we go. He was caught having sex, so he wasn't very discreet about it. It's in the Discord chat.
Let's see.
In the lobby or in the?
It's in the lobby. Yeah, lobby.
Okay.
Oh man. According to Minersville police, police were called home.
He looks like he fucking
a man identified as Andrew Langle, 28, who was found having sex with a dog. But like, what? Wait. What's an investigation found that the owner of the dog had to come up to her house?
He was caught on nanny cam.
Oh, he wasn't even having sex with his own dog. He was having sex with somebody else's dog. I mean, it's vile to begin with, but dude, I'm going to tell you something, man.
When police questioned Langle, he stated, "I don't know what I was doing."
No habla inglés.
No, I don't know what I was. He was taking a dog, and he said he didn't know what he was doing. Oh man, dude. I don't want to be one of these people, but like that dude, you just throw him into a grinder because he's never gonna like contribute anything to society that's worth having him here. Going around fucking other people's dogs and shit.
Story update: Langle is the father of the baby that he was watching at the home.
He was the father of the baby that so it was his ex's.
He was babysitting.
He was babysitting his own kid.
Yeah.
So he banged the ex's dog.
Maybe.
Oh my god. I mean, there's a lot of
a different way.
Yeah, there's a lot of like layers of the onion to peel back there. Like, how do you think she felt about that? Like, I wonder if he left her for the dog.
Wow.
Questions I never thought I would be asking myself. For $200, Alex.
I wonder if it was like entrapment. Like, I wonder if the dog spread peanut butter on his butt before that guy got there.
Yeah. I'll take bestiality for $400.
Well,
come on.
She was asking for it. Like
when did like masturbation become not enough?
I don't know, because it's more than enough for me.
Yeah, right. It should be more than enough for everybody.
When the choices are wanking on my dick or sticking it in my dog, yeah, I'm gonna choose masturbation.
No, not even your own dog. Somebody else's dog.
Well, either or. A dog is a dog, I guess. In this instance.
No, but the thing is that there's a lot more. It's way riskier to bang somebody else's dog.
Yeah.
If it was his own dog, he probably could have got away with it.
It's still just as gross.
Oh, it's yes.
So yeah, that's nah, dude.
Way to come through and weird news on a winner, Jed.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So I got one more. So Lori won some Mega Millions tickets today on a radio station.
Yeah, I forgot to buy a Mega Millions ticket today.
I got one.
So I have the Mega Millions drawing up on my phone, and I have 4 tickets in front of me, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see if I'm a Mega Million winner.
I don't have mine in front of me right now. God damn it.
You want to get it?
Go ahead. Well, I'll just wait. Just read the numbers off on.
Well, I'm gonna play the video, so I'm gonna see if they actually say it or not. All right, here we go.
Across America with mega jackpots, it's Mega Millions. What's up, America? I'm John Cohen. It's Friday, July 29th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $1.28 billion. Now, to win that money, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a billionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 67. That's followed by 45. Up next, we have 57. Your next number is 36. And your final white ball number for this Friday evening is 13. Now, for the mega ball number, that is 14. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 67, 45, 57, 36, 13, and the gold mega ball is 14. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $1.7 billion. Play on,
yeah,
America.
I am not
Play
a billionaire.
on, America.
I am not a billionaire. I don't know about you, but I'm not a
So
billionaire.
I have it in front of me, and I was like going up and down the tickets as he was talking. I don't think I hit any of those numbers. Not one. I don't think I got one of them.
You know what the fucked up part is, Joe, when you buy a lottery ticket for like when it gets real high like that, and everybody does it, and you probably do. I know I do it, and you probably do it too. You start like daydreaming about spending the money, you know, because you think there's a chance, and then they read them off, and it's like not even in the fucking same like area code.
I was like, what stock do we invest now?
Yeah. On the get rich slow program.
I'll tell you a true stat though that I read is that 75% of lottery winners are broke after 5 years.
I believe that. I believe
because they just don't know what to do with that amount of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's still, I believe it, but it's still amazing to me because I think, man, well, you know what? It probably a lot of it is like I bet people fall for the pressure of like all these like friends, and I put friends in quotes, air quotes, like coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at how many friends you have when you
money bags.
When you win a fuck ton of money.
You'll know when I hit the lottery because you just won't fucking know what happened to me. and all when I want to fucking talk to people, you'll hear from me, and we'll go to lunch, and you'll never pay for it, but it'll be on my terms, you know.
Mm-hmm. I won't tell anybody, but there will be signs.
There will be signs. Yeah, there will be signs. I try to I would definitely do a lot of like if it was a huge one like that, you would see some funny donations made to charities. Like, you know, some animal shelter getting like, you know, donations from the fighting shitbird. Shit like that. It's all kinds of dumb shit. Like, yeah, that's worth $1 million. Let's pitch this one at him.
I saw something I think it was this week where someone said if I were to win the lottery, I'd buy every ticket to a Kanye West show. And then show somebody
you suck sign.
Yeah, somebody holding a you suck sign.
That's hilarious. I don't know if you could pull that off, but it's hilarious.
Now I know why the people are broke because of ideas like that.
Yeah. But really, like 1.28 billion probably ends up being around what, like 700 million. Maybe like after taxes or somewhere thereabouts, right?
Don't they take half?
Well, no, it's not half, but
it's 40%, isn't it?
I'm not sure, but and then if you want the lump sum, then you got to take half of that after taxes.
Yeah.
So
the lump sum, you only get half. So the only way you get the full amount is if you take it like
the annuity payments. Because the value of that $1 billion or whatever is what the money would be worth like in 30 years or some shit.
Yeah.
If you don't spend a dime of it.
That's a double-edged sword, man, because you could take the annuity payments and then drop over dead of a heart attack, you know, a month from now. But if you're planning on living like a healthy lifestyle and you think you're going to make it another number of years or whatever, it's probably the smarter way to go because you have less of a chance of going broke because you have it like coming in.
With that amount of money, it's always smarter to take the lump sum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you're right.
The IRS takes 24% right off the top.
Okay.
As soon as you win, and then you have to pay your taxes that year for whatever you have income.
Yeah, income tax and
yep. So if you have
is the IRS thing the price tax right off the top, or is that like separate?
The 24% is right off the top.
Yeah, but is that like the actual prize tax, or is the prize tax like separate? Because I know there's a prize tax.
30 years of annuity payments.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We're at the top of it here. If you win tonight's 1.28 billion Mega Millions jackpot, Uncle Sam will take a big tax bite out of the payout, and the state will too. The state takes probably like 3%. Where is it here? The value of annuity payments over 30 years, that's an average approximately of $42.67 million per year. If you opt in for immediate lump sum cash payment, which most people do, your payout will be cut down to $747.2 million. But in either case, that's before taxes. Let's see. Federal income tax rate is currently 37%. So it'll take 20% of your winnings off the top, and then you'll owe the rest of tax time. You'll owe around $16.9 million per year for the remaining 26 payments. So that's about $502.5 million in federal tax.
500 some million in federal taxes.
Yep. If you subtract that from the 1.28 billion, that leaves you with 777.5 million to spend, but it will take you 30 years to get it all. 47 million lump sum, you'll pay about 276 million in federal income taxes, and then they'll take 24% right away. So it reduces your spendable winnings to around 470.7 million.
That's unfucking believable.
Yep. So if you win 1.2, the lump sum is 7.747, and then after all the taxes, you'll be down to about 470 million.
470 million out of one. And listen, I know believe me, that's plenty enough fucking money for anybody, but it's just like, good Lord, all that tax money. And then where the fuck does it go? To Space Force or some shit? You know what I mean? Like it ain't doing any, like where's that all going, man?
But considering $3 buy-in, it's a hell of a return on your investment.
Yeah, I get it. It's just outrageous fucking taxes, Yeah,
I know.
They're making them new ones around here, man. There's a fucking rainwater tax around here. You guys hear of that one yet?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's like a I can't remember the technical name for it, but it's like, see, it sounds so fucking dumb. I'm having a hard time explaining it. I'll have to look it up. Rainwater tax.
They tax you when it rains.
Stormwater fees. It's a stormwater fee.
So I guess you have to pay every time it rains, huh?
Stormwater runoff. I'm not going to look up this information while we're...
I've heard that you can't keep rainwater in barrels, and you get a fine for that, I think. But I never heard of...
Why? That makes no damn sense. Why not?
I don't know.
I heard about that guy. I heard about that guy getting a fine for collecting rainwater. And it's like, who the fuck is that hurting?
I think majority of the roofs have lead in it, and I think that's why.
But if he's catching in the barrel, what does that have to do with what's in the roof?
Well, the rainwater washes some of the lead down into the water with it, and then it's captured into the rainwater, and then you're using it for whatever. I guess I don't know. Honestly, Levy, I don't know. I just know that there's a fine for that for some reason. That's stupid to me. I mean, that's basically how I think Australians get water. It's right. They catch the stuff off the roof, store it in big tanks, and they hold it for, it's like there's dry spells.
So
it's a weird world we're living in.
Yeah. All right. Do we got toy news?
Yeah, I don't have I don't have a whole hell of a lot of toy news, but I'm sure you guys probably have some stuff that you want to add in because I know the convention just came around and all that kind of stuff. I put the Ion Storm and the Hot Link that happened, I think, right after our last show. But those guys came out, Make Toys, have just made those couple of Rainmakers or Seekers or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And I guess there's 2 more coming. There's one that'll be in Chicago this year, and then I guess another one in the TFCon in the spring. So, but I guess they'll never make their cone heads or headmasters. I guess they're just gonna abuse the shit out of this mold
until the wheels fall off.
And guess who's in for all of them? Underneath them guys, I put Dick Bird. Dick Bird is looking good, man. Fans Hobby double dealer. Double agent, I think they're calling them. All right, good thing we have a Transformers podcast.
Hold on a second. Which one is that? The one with the? Oh, right, that's the colored prototype, right?
Yeah,
okay.
they said it's totally painted. They just don't have like the tampo. It's the only thing that's not on there yet is the tampos and shit.
Or the eye color, or is that are the eyes tampoed also?
Probably, yeah, probably.
Now, does this have the missile between the?
I don't think that configuration can be done. I have yet to see a picture, and it doesn't look. Yeah, totally lame. I mean, it's not going to stop me from getting it because I really, and at the end of the day, don't care because this thing's going to be for robot mode. But yeah, yep. So he's not really like a true Dick Bird.
Hard pass.
A hard pass.
No missile dick. Hard pass.
The one thing that came out of let's see, the SDC, I guess they put it on Hasbro Pulse. I put it up there. I guess Dr. Mindbender, they're releasing a Dr. Mindbender figure in the Classify series. So that's pretty fucking cool. He looks pretty good.
Didn't they have like a convention exclusive Mindbender?
They did. So I guess this is but this
is the mass release version.
Yeah. I don't know why he's $42, which is expensive. Because they're usually like around $24, $25. So I don't know if this is like I'm not sure why it's so expensive.
Version.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to come with all sorts of accessories, but eventually these Hasbro figures are going to catch up to the prices of like Mafex and SH Figuarts and Amazing Yamaguchi. And
yeah, but if they do that, they best be coming with more quality because this ain't. There's still. Yeah, but how could they? How could they charge that much? Like Mafex figures and Amazing Yamaguchi. I mean, they're so much better.
We thought we used to think 5 years ago. We used to think, how would they be able to charge $30 for one of these things?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, there's that, but it's a far cry from $100. Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. The prices are always going to go up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They're never going to be able to totally catch up with the prices of those guys because they just won't do that quality of figure.
The prices on those figures will go up too.
Yeah. That's true. It is true.
Oh man, collecting sucks anymore.
Yeah, it's getting tough.
I was just saying to Kyle that like the Player Sky just bumped up their prices. They used to be like, and then you used to get them for like Ami discount, and they would be $115 or something like that. They're like, like almost $200 for like $190 something or whatever. Jesus. It's almost like
inflation's out of control on everything.
That's a hell of a bump.
Inflation is out of control on everything.
Almost a $50 bump on that. I'm like, man, this is like Hot Toys price. But then I look at Hot Toys prices and they're like $350 now.
Yeah.
These used to be $250 or $50 or whatever. And then the Iron Man armors or whatever was like really expensive. No, everything is expensive. It's crazy.
Yeah.
When I see shit like this, I'm just glad that, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm glad that I'm almost done because you know how that goes, but I'm glad we're all as far in as we are because imagine if we just started in the last year or two, you know, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Any more robot news?
I got one.
Go ahead.
I'm going to post that. Uploading. Hold on for my mail. All right. So this is the DLX Megatron. That was a show. And the last picture is the Prime Bumblebee Megatron together. That's the 3-0.
That Megatron looks good.
At first I looked at the helmet and I was like, I don't really know if I like it. Then I thought, oh, wait a second. This is kind of like a amalgamation of like G1 and like the Marvel Comics like shaped helmet. Like if it was black, you know?
Yeah. I like the Marvel Comics look.
Then I thought, oh, maybe the canon's just wrong. And I'm like, you know what? No, I think I like that. And I think I dig it. So I'm all in on this line. See how far
is that Bumblebee that's on the left? Is that supposed to be Goldbug? Or is that just another painted, like a alternate painted Bumblebee? Because it looks like a gold bug.
I don't know what that is, actually. I have the guy on the right. That's the Bumblebee that I got. And then I have that Prime pre-order, but I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you know what? The box behind him actually says Bumblebee on it. Oh, gold edition. That's weird. Just call it Gold Bug. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Megatron. That's a good looking Megatron.
Prime looks good too. I like all these.
Like that's cool. Like that's you know, we talk about it often, but like, you know, it's not straight up G1, but it's like it's fine. You know what I mean? It looks good.
It's updated. Yeah, it's like the updated G1-esque, you know, not Bayformers, you know, tinfoil mess. It's like just a really good design.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking about G.I. Joe, did you guys see the Serpentor reveal?
Yes, I did. I thought for some reason that we talked about that last time, but maybe we didn't. Yeah, that Serpentor looks good, man. It comes on his little sled and shit. Yeah. and if Serpentor is coming, then Galobulus and Nemesis Enforcer and Pythona are probably close behind.
Yeah, Mike. The first thing I thought of was Tiffany.
They're. I can't see him without thinking about her either. But it's at least it's funny. And she probably has no idea. She didn't know back then either, like what we were doing, did she?
No.
Man. Anything else anybody wanted to add?
I saw a Storm Collectibles figure that I'm most likely going to be picking up.
What's that?
Guilty Gear?
No. Nope. Street Fighter 2 Balrog.
M. Bison.
Or M. Bison if you're from Japan. I'm probably going to be picking this figure up. This figure looks so good. So, as you know, Balrog is the boxer.
I did know that.
I posted a comment saying that he needs to come with a computer and keyboard accessory because from that shitty American Street Fighter 2 animated series, there's that scene where he's typing with his boxing gloves on.
I never saw it.
I put a GIF in the chat. He's sitting there typing with his boxing gloves on.
Nice. Well, those keys are really big in his defense.
Yeah, they are.
So, but that figure looks fucking awesome. And Balrog is one of my favorite characters. So
yeah, Mike, I looked through all four of my tickets. I did not get one number on all four of them.
Not a single number. That's like you should get number. You should actually win money for that. How many tickets did you get?
I got 4 from the free.
4.
So that'd be 2 or 6, $8 of nothing.
Not a single. You should actually win some sort of prize for not getting anything. Unbelievable.
Break the news to the wife. She's not going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Are you guys still getting those Mortal Kombat figures that they've been showing?
No,
Storm Collectibles?
I'm not. No.
Storm, yeah. I'm in till the bitter end.
What was that last one that came out? Who's the ninja all in black? Is that Noob or some or
Noob Sabat? Yeah, I might actually change mine out because that Noob was the one from. It looked more like. Where did Noob show up first, Levy, as a playable character? Was that in 3? They went 2.
And as a playable character?
Yeah.
The home versions of Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I may like some of those ninjas that have the Mortal Kombat 1 uniform that they already released that didn't actually show up in Mortal Kombat 1. I might like when they do their actual like native versions and shit. I might do those. I might replace those, but I'm just jonesing for all this other shit, man. They showed Shiva and Katana and Kano. They showed Kano in the black gear. I'm kind of hoping that they do him in his classic like white gear, like from the first video game.
Who's to do with the eagle or whatever? They showed him too.
The eagle, was it?
Or the
Native American looking dude? Yeah, that was Nightwolf.
Nightwolf.
Yeah.
Did he have an eagle?
I think you're thinking of G.I. Joe. You're thinking of Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Spirit had an eagle.
Oh, he has a hatchet in his hand. I'm sorry. There's what's her name? Levy, who's that chick from the video games, fighting games that has the big huge bat wings and the big chest?
Oh, Morgan
From
Darkstalkers.
Morgan's behind him, and it looks like there's an eagle on his hand, but it's not. Yeah, he has a hatchet. That's what it is. Sorry. And Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal. I'm psyched for that, man. Yeah, I'm psyched for that.
Shao Kahn on his throne.
Yeah, that he must be like from one of the later games, like a newer version, because I couldn't care less. Like I already got my Shao Kahn, so.
Oh, showed my Shinri too, Levy.
Yeah, seen that.
All right, fuck you then. I won't tell you anything else. I saw that.
No, I did see that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want me to say, Jed? Tell me.
You're supposed to react so that the listeners would be like, "Oh yeah, really? We didn't see it."
Yeah, but I don't collect the KOS stuff though.
Okay.
In fact, I really don't collect Storm collectibles at all. I just really want this ball rug.
I thought you did collect the Storm collectibles.
I started, but no, I stopped when when the prices on those started fucking taking off.
Yeah, where'd they wear from like 40 to 80?
Well, yeah, they started pretty cheap. Like, they were like, like $50-$60, and then they started shooting up to like 70, 80, 90. The big ones were like costing like 120, 150. So I'm like, I don't need to spend that kind of money on those things.
Right.
So Mafex revealed some new figures coming out. They have a bunch more stuff coming from the boys. Starlight, they showed off. I guess she's going to be the next, actually her pre-order went up, along with the Batman from the movie. So those pre-orders went up. But I guess WonderCon was also around the same time as SDCC. And so they showed off some upcoming Wonderfest. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So they showed some new stuff. So their Batman Hush line of figures. They showed off Poison Ivy, which looks awesome. And then I guess for Nightfall they have like regular Batman, because they just released Jean-Paul Valley Nightfall Batman. But I guess the regular Bruce Wayne Batman, they're making a figure for that. And then they showed off Bane. I think it was Bane. So.
Oh, I know what we've got. Mike, that NECA showed those either Mirage or Image Turtle.
Yeah.
And the Stega.
I want to be super excited about it, and I was super excited about it when I first saw it, but the longer it sits on my brain that they're like NECA figures, the less excited I get about them. Because I just wish somebody else was doing them besides NECA. Like, I'm just not a NECA fan. I'm just not.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful with those things, or they break.
Totally.
You look at them the wrong way, they'll just break.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get them and you're only you don't really intend to, do scenes and take pictures of them and all that kind of shit, and you just basically need them to just stand on a shelf, like sure, but I just feel like I'm gonna need mine to do more than that.
I saw the Splinter too that they showed. It looks really good. They
all look good. The Triceraton looks good. They all look good.
I still can't tell. Like everyone, all the comments I see, it's either those are the Image ones, right? And then other people are like, no, that's the Mirage Return to New York, storyline. And I'm like, I hope that's what it is, because it looks like that's what it is.
Mirage, it totally has a Mirage vibe to it. And like, I don't even know if the Triceraton showed up in the Image books. Did he?
I don't know.
He looks like the Mirage Triceraton. I don't know. I can't guarantee that it's Mirage, but it sure as shit looks like it.
Yeah. Plus, they're wearing all red, headbands. And I don't know if Image had that or not, but again, I didn't read it.
Yeah, I just posted in the chat the Mafex Poison Ivy that they showed off.
Cool.
It's for the boys figures. They're also doing Queen Maeve, the Deep, and A-Train. So it looks like those are next. Mafex. Yeah.
That's all the stuff.
Okay.
let's do Q&A and wrap it up before midnight. Holy.
I don't even think we got any questions.
No? Oh, even better.
I thought I saw one in there.
Did we?
If not, I have a question.
I didn't get a notification. Oh, no, there's one from Tyler. Okay. Thanks, Tyler.
God damn it.
Jesus, it's the paragraphs. Let me see here.
It is the 150th episode.
Any other comments? No, that's the only one.
See, Mike, you locked the door, and he still, writes a big
I was
thing
thinking that. I'm like, God damn it! Even if we keep him out, he's still adding time to the show, man. All right, you want me to read it? I'll read it.
Okay.
This is from our good friend from above the border, Tyler Gillette. 150 episodes in, Mike is finally letting his A show, breaking his dick beater. I'm a righty dick beater, by the way. Of course. 150 episodes in, and Jed is marginally closer to finishing that motion comic. 150 episodes in, and Levy has still never admitted to shitting his pants as an adult.
Damn right.
Most importantly, 150 episodes in, and still the reigning #1 Beast Wars podcast. My question is this: do you think we'll ever see Transformers reach the success that it had when Michael Bay was making the movies? Love him or hate him, he made the brand money hand over fist and took it to an all-new plateau, remaking it a household name. As much as I love to see it happen with the new Beast Wars inspired TF movie, I'm not sure the TF brand can hold up in cinema anymore after the last 2 TF movies bombed at the box office. Here's to another 154-hour episodes. By that time, I'm sure Mike will be popping wheelies in his wheelchair. Jed will be but one step closer to finishing the motion comic, and Levy will have no control over his bowels and will just be shitting in public constantly until dysentery inevitably takes him. Cheers, boys.
You've died from dysentery.
Yeah. And to answer his question, I highly doubt that Transformers is ever going to reach that success ever again, because it was I don't want to say it was dead, but it was kind of like on the back burner as far as major franchises go there for a while. So the movies came out and it was a big splash and everybody fucking went and saw the first couple, and then they were shit after that, but it really don't matter. But now people are desensitized to it. So there has already been Transformers live action movies. So now even if a really awesome Transformers live action movie comes out, it's like, well, we've been there and done that already, you know?
The luster is gone.
The luster is gone. Yeah. I don't think it can ever make the splash that first movie in 2007 made. I don't think that will ever happen again. I agree with him.
We had one shot at this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael Bay.
You had one job, Mike.
I mean, to be fair, as the movies progressed, so did the amount of money that they made up until right before Bumblebee last night. They were still being really super profitable.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll reach that again. I don't.
Mm-mm. I think my opinion would be that if someone made a really kick-ass, well-done video game, then I think you probably would have some type of second coming with like that type of IP. I think
you think so, as a video game. You think so?
But they already did that.
Yeah, I said that it would have to be something really well done and like really well accepted.
They already did that.
That's the only way. But that was a long time ago, Levy. That was before Bayverse.
No, Devastation.
No, High Moon.
Not Devastation.
High Moon games.
High Moon was like 12 years ago, wasn't it?
It was about the same time the movies came out. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So this is post Bayverse. I'm just saying, get a really good game that's well done. I think it'll be. You'll have a new following and a new rule of it. That's the only way. But because like Mike said, it's already been done in the movies. There's not too much you can do to retire. But games, it's been over a decade.
You can always reinvent games.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see what you're saying. The only reason I think it would be tougher to do with a game is because I think then that is a smaller demographic. Like there's anybody who go see a movie, like not everybody's a gamer.
You're right. Accessibility.
Yeah.
But a lot of video games are have that movie story writing quality to it, or it's actually better than a lot of movies out there already.
I don't know though.
Like
I've never seen a licensed property go into great success in video games, like great prolonged success.
Well, yeah, maybe not prolonged, but you could get a revival though.
I'm sure. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, the High Moon Studios games did just that.
Sure.
I mean,
you still
those
have
games were really well received.
Right.
And
Planet X still makes those figures, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, are they still making the game-based
figures? They're they're slowly shifting into IDW slowly, but yeah, they were making them for a while.
Yeah. So, but I mean, those games were fantastic. I mean, especially the second one. The second one like took everything from the first game and just refined it, and it's just absolutely fantastic fucking games for Transformers fans because they were made by Transformers fans, and so they knew exactly what they were doing with it.
Right.
So if we can find that magic again, that would be fantastic.
That's, I think, the only chance we have.
It's the only chance.
Movies are out, TV's out, cartoons are out, comics are out. I think that's the only
Everything's
shot.
out.
Yeah, man. Let's get a really good Transformers VR game. Oh,
that would be dope.
I got it. There we go.
As soon as you said VR, I knew where you were going.
That's one Final Frontier haven't ventured yet. Robot on robot.
Robot on robot porn. I mean, the stories are already out there,
Yeah.
That's hot.
You could definitely see Bumblebee getting the donkey punch at that point.
Yeah. I wish there was a donkey in Beast Wars.
One Transformer transforms into a dildo. It's used on another.
Is there a donkey in Beast Wars at all?
There will be.
Beast Wars.
Well, on that note, what's that?
I got a question. If you could completely quit your job and you were able to reinvigorate whatever career you wanted to do, what would you do? Like, let's say, you just pick whatever you wanted, schooling is done and all that stuff, and you're in that career. So like, say you wanted to quit being a graphic designer and become a veterinarian. Like, what career, which way would you go?
Rockstar is not available?
Oh, it's available. Sure, any career is available.
Yeah, like I mean, but like that's not all it's cracked up to be too, to be honest with you. But it would be pretty fucking good, man. Oh man,
full time, 40-hour week, Rockstar.
Well, 40 hours a week. What if it wasn't like? Yeah, man. Because it's a tough question to answer because I can't really tell you anything that I would really enjoy doing for 40 hours a week. I would rather just hit the lottery and just do my hobbies whenever I felt like it. Right. Record a little music, do a little drawing.
Make a little love. Get down tonight. Yeah.
You could be a transforming robot engineer designer for Hasbro or Takara.
That would be dope. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, something like that would be cool.
Like anything, the world is your ocean and your oyster.
Yeah, porn star. If I was single, it would probably be porn star. Yeah. It's hard not to pick like the obvious, like who the fuck is going to be like, yeah, I want to be a fucking garbage man.
Imagine being married to a porn star and they come home and say, man, work today was great.
It was great day at work today. And he worked overtime. You had to put in a couple extra hours and shit, and you come in, you're not even tired. Where's dinner? Imagine me and Jed. Imagine you're a porn star and you got a long day and you come home and you got to yell at the old lady for not having a grass cut.
The fuck you do all day? I'm down there. I'm in the pits, sweating, working my balls off.
Do you know how many times I had to have my dick sucked today so I could put food on the table?
I don't come there and slap the dick out of your mouth on the
Freaking James Dean called off today, and at the last minute they asked me to cover for 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Levy?
Oh man,
Comic book artist.
I'm sorry.
Comic book artist.
Comic book. That's a good choice. For any special company.
Whoever will take me. Whoever would take me.
Let's say.
No,
obviously,
this is your daydream.
This is your change. This is your VR. Who you want to work for?
Either one of the big two would be fantastic. Though there is value in the indie stuff too, but you know,
you'd be your own boss, like and work for Image, you know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. When I was younger, I was really into drawing, and I don't like to toot my own horn, but I think I was pretty good. You know, I needed refinement and whatnot, but
I saw your stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you could draw, Levy. When is the last time you drew anything, though? Just out of curiosity. Has it been that long, really?
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Huh.
Very long time. So
cool.
But if I really had to come down to it, I would like to just, you know, do something indie and make my own title. Yeah.
Awesome.
How about you, Jed?
Oh, I'd be the host of a podcast.
Wow. Talk about fucking aiming low. Good Lord.
No, I would I would be all into the 3D art. I'd try to be a 3D artist.
That's what I would do.
No, not like a VFX artist. I would be just a 3D artist and like sell, you know, my art and like go and like have galleries and stuff like that of it. And, you know, that's what I would do. Just be a full-time artist, which is basically impossible to do. Unless you're like fucking.
Unless you win $1 billion in lottery.
Right. like if you're like, I mean, who would that be? I don't even know if they Jim Lee. If you were like maybe as good as Jim Lee, you know, you could be self-supportive on just your fucking art and that's it. Like he could doodle something and probably put it up on fucking Etsy and make like $1 million or some shit, or at least a good 10,000 on something.
Yeah. Oh, he's done that.
Yeah.
But you know, he had to put in a lot of work to get there.
Didn't he do a Batman for charity or something like that? I mean, like $10,000 or $20,000. I forget what the hell it was. It was like a quick sketch. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then auctioned off. Dies better. Yeah, something like that. I remember hearing something about that. I think he's done that several times.
But yeah, 3D artist. That's what I would do. That'd be fun. Be relaxing. Be like a novelist, you know. Go out and sit on the deck and have your coffee and watch the sunrise, and you go in and you do some artwork, and then you get done and gaslight your wife a little bit and come back in, do some more art.
I like how gaslighting the wife is like part of the daily schedule.
Edit the podcast. I'm almost there. There. 2/3.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like the good part is the part that you're missing.
Cool. So apologize for not having Gary Chalk or Peter Collin on. They decided that they better things to do tonight than be on the Blackout show.
That's right. Yeah, you said you had guests coming.
Yeah. I think if I would have won the Powerball or the Mega Millions, they probably would have showed up, but sadly I did not.
Now I see the guess that you had 1.28 billion guests possibly coming. But they were a no-show.
Nope. Well, Levy, since you are the host of the 150th episode, are you gonna close it down?
Yeah, sure. That's all, folks.
Got one job, Levy.
I'm surprised you didn't go DVD.
I don't know if I'm legally allowed to do that.
Go ahead, Mike.
Enough's enough. We're out.